Stand by for action.
Evening, everybody. Got Cookie, Kit, Stephen, and myself with us tonight. Links below if anybody wants to jump on. I haven't really got any set subjects unless anybody else has. But just thought we'd just have a general chit chat, and anybody in chat room can jump in. Evening, Kit. You all right, buddy?
All good, mate. Been chilling out for the last few hours, man. So, I spot on.
Evening, everybody. Cookie, Kit, Stephen.
How you doing, Dino?
Fine, thanks, mate.
I've tried to stick a few events and whatnot together on the Google Pluses and stuff, but there's shit conflicting with each other, and I've not managed ever to get my head round it. So I've done my best, but I've shared this link out as much as I could, man.
Cheers for that, mate. Evening, Cookie. You all right, buddy? How are you tonight?
Hello. I was just flipping through the different tabs, windows, to see if the stream was being broadcast all right. It is, but it looks a bit cool. Yeah, similar. I've just been trying to like keep up with what's going in terms of like subjects to talk about. Or the only thing was that link I showed you, the report about Cameron and oh blah blah, making that little speech about no backdoors. The internet will be a government-supplied and controlled internet.
Yeah. Kip, are you set up to play that? You can play that if you want, Kip, if you don't mind. So I don't think my audio is going to come through at the moment.
I'm going to mute myself so that there's hopefully no conflict with audio and whatever.
Shit, sorry, I'm talking here with the mic muted. I definitely, mate, I'll be able to play that. In the meantime, between now and me being able to play it, I'm going to try and ramble some shit. Because I'm looking for, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the YouTube shit. That's not it. Dino, can you send me through the YouTube link? I can't find it off the cuff here. I've got it somewhere, but
So, I'll do it on this chat room because if you look on this chat room, mate, it's the last link that's just been shoved up, buddy.
Oh right, the cookie, nice one, man. Right, got it, man. Spot on, brilliant. No, the link for the YouTube with this hangout.
Oh, this one, right. So.
But I'll get this bad boy on the go. I think. Are you seen that? Okay, guys.
Alright.
Right, nice one. Right, let's get this on the go. It's only 3 minutes long, man. No back doors. Sounds very homoerotic. US allies use terrorism panic to push for a global lubrication policy.
People across the globe mourn the victims of the Paris attacks. The leaders of the US and UK are using the atrocity as a pretext to launch another offensive on privacy. After the two met together, they have announced that new global anti-terror policies will be enforced. British Prime Minister David Cameron particularly made clear he wants more legal ways to listen to people's phone calls and monitor internet use. Gayana Chichikan reports.
There was a time when governments tried to be hush-hush about their surveillance capabilities and plans, sensing that many people would be unwilling to sacrifice their privacy in the name of security. But not anymore.
We're not asking for back doors. We believe in very clear front doors through legal processes that should help to keep our country safe.
I just want to stop it there, man. We all know about fucking what the politicians think are fucking front doors. You call it fucking paedophilia rings. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading between the lines here. Not enough back doors, we need more front doors? What the fuck are you know abusing enough people's rights?
The UK Prime Minister believes there should be no message, no email that the government cannot read. Encryption is his new enemy. Leading tech companies began to offer encryption as a way to rebuild public trust after Edward Snowden's revelations about mass surveillance by British, American, and other governments. President Obama says his administration is in talks with U.S. tech companies to get them to share data.
If an Al-Qaeda affiliate is operating in Great Britain or in the United States, that we can try to prevent real tragedy. And I think the companies want to see that as well. They're patriots. They have families that they want to see protected. We just have to work through, in many cases, what are technical issues.
In the wake of the Paris attacks, a number of European countries have pushed to revive surveillance laws that had been previously rejected because of privacy concerns. Aside from monitoring communications, they want airlines to provide all the information they have on passengers flying to and from the EU.
The Paris attacks have given, it's kind of like 9/11 was the impetus for passing the Patriot Act, because then they could use that. It was the impetus for launching war in Iraq, because you can use that as your example. And they are using the example of the Paris attacks now to push through what they already were seeking, which is not to have any secure encryption that the government cannot somehow get access to.
U.S. security agencies already have sweeping surveillance powers, and they don't want any encryption to get in their way. In the digital world, where even your car can collect information on you, it becomes more and more difficult to avoid surveillance. You often hear American and European officials say terrorists are not going to scare us into changing our ways, our laws, and our lifestyle. But many feel they've already scared Europeans and Americans into accepting mass surveillance by the government as a norm of life. In Washington, I'm Ganesh Chagyan, RT.
Yeah, that's kind of it's lovely, isn't it?
Ian's just reminded me of a good one what Huxley sent me the other day. Stick link in so you can look over it while I run through it. There's the link for it. I'll screen share it as well in a minute. This is from, well, you know how he does his locksmithing and all that. This is from one of his news sites about BAE Systems, British Aerospace Engineering. BAE Systems launches corporate social risk monitoring and security analysis service. Oh, can you see the screenshot?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, right. The analysis on demand service optimizes open source and social media feeds to detect malicious or inadvertent leaks of sensitive information and intellectual property, potential insider threats, social engineering attempts, smear campaigns, and other issues of concern. Companies can also use the service to gauge a local population sentiment and gain a broader understanding of the geopolitical environment in which they operate. Many businesses have hardened their infrastructure against network intrusions, but have yet to achieve advanced warning of these attacks or a complete understanding of who is behind them, said Peter, Vice President and Chief Technology Officer of BAE Systems Intelligence and Security Sector. Our analysis seamlessly fused data from abundance of streams and sources into clear and actionable reports that help operate security teams protect their most vulnerable assets, whether they are foreign, domestic, or virtual. The BAE System approach applies proven analytical techniques, leveraging both proprietary and commercial off-the-shelf technology, and goes beyond merely reporting what information was collected by providing customers with the relevant and insightful analysis. The Corporate Security Analysis Service employs veteran intelligence analysis capable of navigating multiple layers of the web, including traditional and social media, but also deep web forums, niche discussion boards, and file sharing spaces to identify activity of interest and potential impacts to business operations. BAE Systems analysis with regional expertise also consider the client-specific areas of operation, the nature of their business in that area, and the company's values in creating actionable intelligence reports by analysing local news sources in the native language, as well as news and social media. BAE Systems experts can extract cultural nuances, discover points of influence, and identify emerging trends, allowing clients to focus their attention and prioritize resources, avoid potential problems, and develop effective business strategies. The analysis on demand model is also designed to assist security managers prepare for social events, whether they are global as an international sporting event or as local as an annual shareholding meeting. It is difficult for physical security departments to shift from response-based security posture to intelligent-led approach. If they lack the resources to attain timely and relevant information, said Deity Gray, President of BAE Systems Intelligence and Security Sector. Our corporate security analysis service not only delivers enhanced situational awareness, it also provides clients with an affordable alternative to on-site analysis staffing and technical solutions. The corporate security analysis service is provided by BAE Systems Advanced Analytics Lab team based in McLean, Virginia. Analysis can also be deployed to customer sites as needed. The service's latest addition is to broader portfolio of BAE Systems products and services designed to address cybersecurity and data management needs. BAE Systems provides intelligence and security service to manage big data, inform big decisions, and support big missions. BAE Systems delivers a broad range of solutions and services, including intelligence. I just read that, haven't I? Why is it saying again? Analysis, cyber operations, IT systems, development systems, integrations, and operations and maintenance to enable the US military government to recognize, manage, and defeat threats. The company takes pride in supporting critical national security missions that protect the nation and those who serve. That was the 14th of January that were posted.
Very much sounds like the corporatist machine, BAE Systems. They're very much a major industry in the military industrial complex.
Yeah.
And here they are offering a worldwide service so that the companies don't have to have it in-house. You know, BAE will just come in like Big Brother Security Corp.
Yeah, it's exactly what it sounded like to me as well. But you notice you've got the social media in as well.
Yeah.
It's, I forgot.
And
sorry, go on.
Just to get the caveat out there, that first clip that Kip played, the RT video piece from RT, yeah. Let's get past the fucking hang-ups about propaganda from one side or the other. Of course, RT is going to show us propaganda that's anti your country because they want your country to look as bad as possible, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't remove the truth of the Cameron and blah, blah standing up there and saying what they said. Yeah, add that into Cameron's speech at the UN. We've talked about this quite a lot. You know, this is all just fucking absolutely bang on to the agenda to take control of the internet and control your day-to-day activities based on them wanting to monitor everything. The digitised panopticon, Big Brother.
Cookie, do you ever remember what happened? I think it was the G20 in Ireland. It could have been 6 months. It could have been a year and a half ago. I think it was more a year and a half ago, around that. Where Putin was getting snubbed and whatnot, and there was that growing friction, very obvious friction between the Russian Federation and the rest of them, and they're all sitting up there, and Putin saying blah blah blah, and Barack Obama saying blah blah blah, but they all bounced up there and went, yes, well, we agree on yes, what we're going to do is clamp down on tax avoidance. We agree on that. For me, said it all, man. I kill people for the crumbs, but like as long as the people that are wanting their taxes are still getting their taxes, it's all good. They're all on the same page when it comes to fucking siphoning off the money from the people to the cunts.
Yep. The corporatist system. That's always their primary concern. Commerce.
It's like, yeah, it's like Ian's just said, man, it's like how long have they had that for, and obviously they're letting it out there in public view now. They've obviously got something better, haven't they?
Yep. Hello, James, you back?
Hi, guys. Yeah, get cut off.
Evening, James.
It seems to be struggling quite a bit tonight, doesn't it? People keep getting dropped off and having to reconnect constantly.
I've noticed Michael Ann's joined us.
I'm having a hell of a time.
How is it over your side weather-wise? Michael Ann?
Yes, sir?
How's the weather over your side?
It's a little chilly. I'm stoking up the fireplace as we speak.
I thought that was a plasma screen you were showing us. I really do. Is that a real fireplace you've got? Thank you.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought that was your screensaver.
No, that's the door flame. I just got her fired up.
I was joking there because I've obviously like seen your dog walking in front of your screensaver. I mean,
it's a circus over here. Trust me.
So you know, playing any poker tonight, Michael?
I actually was thinking about it. I haven't played in a while. I do a lot of World Poker Tour poker.
World Tour Poker, that's like, you obviously gave me the abbreviation, which I'm not familiar with, man.
It's the spin-off from the World Series of Poker.
Did it give you free money to play with if you join?
Well, what they do is to get around it is they have it now as a membership. I'm telling you, the worst thing they ever did was get rid of that poker stuff. They snuck it into that stupid NDAA thing. Freaking Harry Reid.
You've just reminded me that America, right, and I actually respect America. I'm all for freedom and all that, right, but if you're going to put the kibosh on fucking people's freedoms and the populace accepts it, one of the things you should put the kibosh on, and like as we spoke about before, but I'm not a poker player. I have played online poker, right, and I occasionally do it, so I'm not adversely against gambling and stuff, but I'm not. Because I lose money when I'm gambling, because I'm such a bad poker player, I don't agree with it in the long run.
Well,
it's still illegal to gamble in a lot of places in America. Am I not right in saying that? Illegal.
Well, it's classified as entertainment. You know, you can't go crazy. When I first got into poker about 10 years ago, I was watching the World Series of Poker and watched Moneymaker win a No Limit Texas Hold'em tournament. It was the most unbelievable thing I'd ever seen. And I knew right then and there I needed to start playing. So I got online. At that time, they had Party Poker, and you could play for free. And I played for like 12 hours straight. I didn't even have any idea what I was doing, and I had already amassed $1 million in chips. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if I learned how to play this game, I might be a good at it. So I went and took 2 formal No Limit Texas Hold'em tournament specific training. It's about a 7-day intensive course. You learn all day long and then you play all night long. And I played with all of those guys, Mike Sexton and Antonio Esfandiari, and I got to meet Doyle Brunson. It was the most incredible week of my life. But I'm telling you now, I would not sit down at a poker table with me.
Could I take a stab in the dark? Do you know how you were saying there that you were playing the free version and you stacked $1 million bucks and chips? Can I take a stab in the dark, right? And like, please correct me if I'm wrong. Are you now sitting on Are you now sitting on $1 million pounds worth of chips? Or
Well,
by magic, when you first started playing with money, your money started evaporating?
Well, no, you still got those are the play chips, but you can amass some pretty. I've won some pretty good tournaments off of World Poker Tour. Usually, almost every Sunday, you're playing for a premium watch. You're playing for a seat in the World Series of Poker, and you satellite your way in, and you can win some serious money. But you got to hang tough. I mean, you're getting into a room that's got 3,000 people in it. You better know what you're doing, and it's very difficult for John Q. Public to hang through 3,000 people. You have to be trained for that, and that's why I went. When you take these courses, excuse me, they guarantee you're going to at least make the final table. They train you how to get there, and it's if you didn't have the training, I don't know, you'd have to have luck all the way.
But do these people not sit up all night doing that?
Say that again, James?
Do they not sit up all night playing it? Do they not sit up all night playing the actual game?
Oh yeah, these are actual games for actual money. These are actual people. You're playing people across the world. They open up the tournaments to everybody that can qualify. You can either buy in or you can work your way in. You satellite your way in, which is what most people do for the big one.
How do you stay in it if you need to be there all night or all day, whatever?
Well, therein lies the problem. That's the problem. When you would go off to the World Series of Poker 10 years ago, it lasted 5 days. Well, day one is now 5 days long. You're looking at 8,000 people.
You get your breaks, and then you get your intervals, because you get sessions. Say like there'll be 10,000 people, that'll get whittled down to 8,000, and then it'll be like a 3-minute, 5-minute break, so people can go for a piss and whatnot.
Sounds like you're milking cows.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a lot of time of sheer boredom laced with moments of extreme excitement. I'm telling you, I won a tournament to buy into a $1 million tournament. It was a $750 buy-in, and I satellited into it. And I cruised my way through 500 people, and I won this tournament like 3 o'clock in the morning. And there was like nobody to tell. I am jumping around in my living room. I couldn't believe it. I had just tore through the last 6 people I had to get through. And it was all because of the training. I knew exactly what to do, when to do. I was making crazy moves. And it's more exciting than I can even begin to tell you about.
Sounds like a drug to me.
Well, the excitement, poker challenges me in ways I don't like to be challenged. You have to do math. I hate math. You have to stare down confrontation. You got to figure out whether or not this guy's bullshitting you, because you got a shitload of chips out there, and you're not going to let him just walk with them. And it's like you got to learn how to die to live another day. It's unbelievable.
You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
That's right. It's a matter of making the correct decisions. That's what poker is about. Making correct decisions. You make the correct decisions, you will get to where you're looking to go.
Mikey, I respect your strategy. My strategy when I've played poker online is more or less like Sky Poker. You've got a table of 6, and it's called double your money, basically, right? So you've got a table of 6, and if you're in the top 3, you double your money. But obviously a stake goes to the house. So for instance, if you play a 50p game, you'll get 6 times your 50p, but you'll pay 60p to go into that. So that's what I play, and I tend to just try and bluff everybody.
It's tough. These young players, these guys have been watching TV too much. I mean, they push with a 7-2 offsuit. you know, and make it look like a pair of kings. You got to have the balls to stand your ground, and you got to look the guy dead in the eye. And even though you're on a computer, you can tell how they've been betting. They teach you how to pay attention to betting patterns. And so you can tell when somebody who would normally bet in a certain pattern would be holding a hand that maybe he's now over betting, which would suggest that he's either trying to push a lousy hand or sneak in a really good one. So it's really interesting. It's very interesting. There's a lot of things you can learn.
I would love to learn that stuff, but I just know it would make me gamble more, and I'm not getting any money to gamble with in the first place, so I'd end up.
Well, you know, it's difficult when you play these games. You're wiped out. It takes everything. You have to pay attention, even when you're not in the hand. There's shit to be gathered, information to be known, and things that you're not going to use now, but 5 hands down the road, you say to yourself, "Mother mercy, look at that tell," and boom, you just snaggled the pot. So it's constant. It's not something you can, you know, if you're not in the hand, you can just walk away and not pay attention. No. It's constant. To pay attention like these guys play, it takes. That's why you see most of them are now, they're weightlifting, they're paying attention to what they're eating, they're not drinking at the table, you know, they're not doing drugs. They're serious. These guys, you know, they're playing for life-changing money. You know, you're talking about $25 million.
Mikey, you're talking about being able to, or being taught how to read gamblers and stuff. So, at the present climate of the world, what the fuck is BB Nutjob doing? Is he all in?
Oh, that dude all in. Can I tell you, he is all in and has the face of a statue.
Did you see? Have you seen the video of him getting knocked back for the bus?
Yeah.
Hilarious, man. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Oh, like, so do you think he's all in and he's fucking? He realises he's bust?
You know what? You have to play the hand out. You can't. We're mid hand, and he's picked the hand he wants to play. And now he's got to play it. And the question is he holding a 7-2 offsuit, or is he holding kings?
Do you think
he's got a pair of twos.
He's got a pair of twos. Deuces never loses.
Do you think he's went all in or bust?
I think we're at all in or bust for all of them. I think we're at the final table.
Haven't I been all a fucking 7-2 offsuit? How are you going to go?
I didn't understand any of that, but it sounded good.
Near to that.
Fucking hell, the hell let me 7-2.
7-2.
Stephen's a poker player as well.
Oh, is he? There he is.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't hear him too much. He's fading in and out, Stephen.
Oh, that's internet connections. We've gone mental.
Switch your camera off, Stevie, and you'll get better audio.
I'll try, mate.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, you're clearer now, buddy.
Well, that's funny how that works. If you turn your camera off, your audio gets better? How's that work?
Releasing bandwidth.
Dino, you're the driver, mate. See if you go into all the apps and shit that like the Google Hangout offers you, you can turn up volumes and you can turn them up, you can turn them down. So if somebody's coming in low, turn it up. If somebody's turning in high, turn it down. Do you know what I mean? There is a way. There is buttons and knobs there that you can twist and dial that makes the audio come across a lot better and stuff, mate. It's just the audio shit. Just turn it up and down as you hear it and you think's best, man.
Yeah, the only problem is
don't press the big red button.
Whoa! What the hell was that?
Going up on
I'll do that for you.
He's not showing up.
It was Kip shaking his dingling.
I want to play on my ding-a-ling.
Oh.
Is that not a song?
It is, yes. I'd want to play with your ding-a-ling.
Oh, man! Come on, wait till we're all fair, man. Come on.
The Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry tune.
Chuck
My
Berry.
nickname, Chuck Berry. Yeah.
Yeah. The father of rock and roll.
That's better.
Produced by Jerry Saville.
I thought that was Jingle Jangle. Play with my Jingle Jangle.
I've turned him up now anyway, so.
Did you see the other link I put in the sidebar? I just saw it was relevant to what we were talking about earlier with the Camel Face's speech and whatever. And that particular article lists it as relevant to the USA, but the majority of the points listed in it are exactly the same relevant to us in the UK as well. The whole of Europe, the whole of the Western NATO allied nations. I'm referring to an article that's got a list of 72 points, 72 reasons why you would now be classified as a terrorist or an extremist.
Is that the bad boy there, Cookie?
One second, let me look back at the right tab. Are you screen sharing it?
I'm trying to, but I'm having a new experience, man, so I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's it.
Obama declares war on extremists. Are you extremist, according to his definition?
I've got it up on screen. We're already showing it, that's why you couldn't do it.
Well, one of you share it, there's no need to fight.
I'll put it on Kit. Kit should get. Oh, right, I'll put it back on mine.
When's it on?
Are you finding it hard, Kit, not having control of everything?
No, I'm trying to sort shit out, man, and mental. This was meant to be a relaxing experience.
I wouldn't suggest reading the entire article because really people need to go and look for this article themselves and read it because there's tons of good links in there that you need to check through. But if you scroll down a bit, you'll see the beginnings of the list of 72 points. And it's very, very similar to the same kind of statements that's been put out here in the UK by the establishment about how you will be classified as an extremist if you do this or that or this or that. Yeah.
So I hate poofs, I hate immigrants, I hate Muslims, I hate
poofs? What's a poof?
Oh, a poof is something you put your feet on.
A poof?
Maybe
it's another one for gay.
Oh, jeez.
Do you know what a poof is?
I'll tell you what, I laughed so hard one day when you said Anderson Pooper, and every time I hear you say it, it cracks me up.
Anderson Pooper.
Now I get it.
I wanted to know, Cookie.
I mean, you call a fag a cigarette and a fag a poop.
Not a poop, a poof.
Oh, a poof. I'm sorry, a poof.
But we also call things you put your feet on a poof.
Yeah.
You might have a poof in your living room, but all you do is put your feet on it. You don't shag the thing.
What do we call that? That's like a footstool. A footstool?
Yeah, it is.
We call it a poofy.
Aye, a poofy or a poof. And it doesn't make you homophobic for calling something you put your feet on a poof, because that's.
I understand. I understand.
Just like calling Anderson Pooper doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that I hold anything against jobbies.
I didn't keep my bugs in on
Do you want me to read this list out?
Aye, go for it.
Yes.
70
Those that talk about individual liberties, those that advocate for state rights.
Number one, those that talk about individual liberties. Number two, those that advocate for state rights. Number three, those that want to make the world a better place. Number four, the colonists. out to free themselves from British rule. Those that are interested in defending the communists, I should even say.
Defeating the communists.
Those that believe in the interests of one's own nation are separate from... Oh, fuck off, Dean, you prick.
No self-hate, Dean. I won't allow it.
Don't click on the tangy tangerine, for fuck's sake.
So far, I'm 7 for 7. I'm dead.
The whiskey's affecting me thingy. Do you want to read it out, Cookie?
Yeah, sure, if you want. Where did you get to? Number 7 or number 6?
Number 7, yeah.
I'll start at number 6. Those that believe that the interests of one's own nation are separate from the interests of other nations or the common interest of all nations. Number 7, anyone that holds a political ideology that considers the state to be unnecessary, harmful, or undesirable. Number 8, anyone that possesses an intolerance toward other religions. Number 9, those that take action to fight against the exploitation of the environment and or animals. Anti-gay, anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim, the Patriot Movement, opposition to equal rights for gays and lesbians, members of the Family Research Council, members of the American Family Association, those that believe that Mexico, Canada and the United States are secretly planning to merge into a European Union-like entity that will be known as the North American Union. Members of the American Border Patrol or American Patrol, members of the Federation for American Immigration Reform, members of the Tennessee Freedom Coalition, members of the Christian Action Network, anyone that is opposed to the New World Order, anyone that is engaged in conspiracy theorizing, anyone that is opposed to Agenda 21, anyone that is concerned about FEMA camps. And look, I mean, that's only 25 points down. I won't read all of them, mate, because there's like 72 points. And the article, I'm saying he, I'm not sure if the author's a he or a she, sorry, but they've linked everything so you can research further to see what's the evidence to back up that this is a category that you can be judged by. And these points are all very true to what's been going on here in the UK as well. Statements by Theresa May and Cameron have reinforced things such as, you know, you are as bad as a terrorist if you question what the government is doing, or if you suspect or question whether something you're being told by the government is true or not. Is it a hoax? Is it a false flag? All those kind of questions, you are now considered as bad as a terrorist.
Who is it that wrote that book? It's there, like, who is it that's writing this book? It's on Amazon to sell a book, isn't it? So is this just like a conspiratorial Jonathan?
Yeah.
Right. So
well,
this.
Definitely.
Who is it? It's not coming from the government or anything. It's not like government leaked documents saying who they're going after. It's a book saying somebody's opinion who they're going after. So this could be Ron Paul writing this book for all we know. I'm off the mark here. Where is this?
No, you're spot on to sticking to doing due diligence and looking for the context, for example, of things like, well, who's the author of this thing? Where are they getting their references from? Yeah. So yeah, you're spot on in that sense, mate, to question it. But what I was trying to point out primarily is if you start stacking up a list of all the various ways legislation or official structures can now be used against you to label you as some kind of extremist, and now that category has been extended to say that if you're an extremist, you're therefore a terrorist. Yeah?
We all know that.
I know, mate, but it's a nice article in the fact that it lists it all together in one place with lots of links through to reference material. So, you know, if people are new to this kind of topic, it's a good way to dig into that rabbit hole of all that kind of stuff that's being changed in our government, in our legislation right now. This stuff is being done right now. It's not a possibility of the future. This is stuff that is applicable right now.
The reason I sounded so scared there, Cookie, is I thought you were reading the UKIP manifesto, and no shitting beside. I really thought my head was for the block there, man, because what was it, number 5, you can't complain about commies. I mean, I literally just uploaded, I'm putting some of my shit from my other channel into my new channel kind of thing. I've came across some of the stuff that I put a lot of stuff up, and I came across some of the shit that was shouting at the commies in the city centre of Glasgow, man. And it really... Can
you imagine you get hauled into jail and they start pulling up all our hangouts? So you, sir, do you remember calling so-and-so Cobby Pinko?
Like, I've been in a police station with the police asking me about my YouTube channel. Shit,
no way.
No, it wasn't due to what I was saying on my YouTube channel. It was more due to... Well, fuck, it's all done and buried now. It was more due to somebody trying to accuse me of breach of bail, which I wasn't, because it was just a stupid, twisted bitch trying to make it look like I was in breach of bail by sending email, sending my YouTube videos to a woman was breach of bail. It sounds bizarre, man. I could go into the ins and outs and all that, but it was just a woman scorned, let's say. But the corporal side bounced up and rocked up at my house, took me in for questioning and stuff, and I had to sit in front of them while asking me about my YouTube videos and stuff, man. In the meantime, I was kind of still a fan of Alex Jones at the time, so I was kind of in the police station going, guns, guns. I was in the Cumbernauld Old Cop shop. Why don't you have guns? And then I was speaking to it was a fucking eye opener, man. Because the 2 cops that picked me up, listen to this, man. So they've rocked up at my fucking door, right? No reason or rhyme. I've no committed any fucking crime, right? Just needed to take me back to the station to question me because of somebody basically telling porky pies. So I'm happy with that. But long story short, my fucking tobacco tin at the time had a bit of weed in it, so I ended up getting fucking fined for a bit of weed, which I'm gutted about. Had to pay £20 of the £100 fine before it disappeared. Again, here's another Jedi mind trick for you all. Like, see if you get fined, folks, pay a £5, pay 10 quid, and then don't pay any more. It tends to disappear, right? There's a wee inside. But it took me back to the cop shop. One of the coppers was an old dude. One of the coppers was a young fucking NLP fucking Common Core motherfucker. So the old dude, where I stay is fucking, I don't know, 30 miles away from Cumbernauld, so it was a good 40 minutes in the car. And I'm sitting chatting to the cops and stuff, man, and I'm no shy of coming forward, man, so I'm chatting to them about all the important stuff. And so the old geezers, like, so I'm sitting taking the piss out of them like, you know G4S is coming for your job and that, and but scared because they know I'm true, they know G4S is coming for the job. So the old geezer, when I start telling the old geezer about here, look man, you know this is a piss take, blah blah blah, G4S, corporate fascism, he's like, aye, I know, but he didn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit because he doesn't give a shit because he was retiring in a few years, whereas the young wee bastard, I kid you not, man, you can actually tell the difference. Fuck, man. In fact, guys, you all know what I'm talking about. There's a difference between old cops, young cops, and medium cops.
Yeah, especially in Glasgow.
Nah, mate, Stevie, mate, big time, mate. I've noticed that.
Do you know something, mate? I think all this like, policing hanging on, I think it all started in fucking Glasgow, and I'm fucking pure jet up with that, by the way.
Mate, if you Glasgow sued Glasgow, here's a fucking history lesson. Strathclyde Police, the old when there was Strathclyde Police, and then even when you strip it back to the old Glasgow Police, they sued the Metropolitan Police, the London Police, because the Met used to, and they sued them and won, and they're like, actually ended up in court to challenge their claim that the Metropolitan Police were the first modern day police force, and the Glaswegian police force for that.
Aye.
We are. Mate, what's it? Glasgow Cross, down next to Perry Tattoos, down to next to Glasgow and all that, mate. Just up for the salt market and shit. That is where the corporate whore fucking coppers started up. Their building's still there. They've still got their wee cherubs. Their
That's
wee
the cunts, man.
mate, just down for Glasgow Cross. Right,
Cunts, man.
They've still got all the cherubs. Jamesy boy, go and look at it, man. They've still got the cherubs, all the naked babies and all that. Oh yeah, the fucking gaff. It's no longer a building. It's just a facade.
See that big cloak down there? That was fucking the main point with the hung people. So was
Aye. The toll booth, mate. Toll booth. The toll booth.
Aye.
That was the original police station. But the toll booth was before the corporate whore police. The toll booth was when it used to be the rulers of the town the town of Glasgow, and they used to take people to the toll booth and fucking hang them. They demolished the toll booth and only kept the fucking tower. But right next to the toll booth, they created the first corporate. Go and look into the history of the police. People will argue that the first professional police force was over in France, and you could argue it was the first professional police force, but the first police force that had, how can you explain this, that wasn't private, the first police force that was linked to the ruling party of the country was the scumbags in Glasgow. So, no man, you got to love fucking Glasgow. We brought corporate fascism to your doorstep. Ooh.
You know, I was working with that GHA there too, mate. GHA and fucking the posts and all that, and all the housings in fucking Scotland, mate. They're all intermingled, right? And the police are all involved in it all, man. It's fucking, and they're actually making money for all the housing associations and all that. And they're getting their info left, right and centre for the housing associations. It's fucking mental, it's corrupt as fuck, man.
Mate, I don't know whether you've...
all Scottish police forces have amalgamated into one force. All amalgamated into one force.
It's Police Scotland now.
Aye. Aye. Do you know, see the post, every single post fucking van in the whole of Glasgow and always get a gun in it? Did you know that? Every single...
That one, Stevie?
I said it for years. Aye, man. See me go into fucking like a ride van and all, there's a wee box up at the corner of the ride van. That's where they had fucking their horn guns, mate. See if you're ever in a ride van again.
Take my lockpick with me.
No, thank you.
Hey, because I was I get lifted with my mate and I was like, we sat in there, I'm like, because it's got a logo in it. And he was like, you fucking were expecting something big. Because see, the van, it was full of fucking shields and all that. This was like, I think it was like fucking, about September. It was about September, man. And they were expecting something big to happen in Glasgow. They had fucking, honest to God, mate, they had all, it was like, now all the gear, this wasn't the gear that you use at football matches. This was like fucking, now shields like that, like they're using in America, that, you know.
Aye, for like SWAT team shit.
Aye, mega, it was, mate. And fucking, they were driving about and made a hole with this motherfucker, man.
Could have been a tactical aid unit, man.
Well, Kendall, like obviously, like there's an England-Scottish divide here, right? But so I can't comment on what's happened in England, but to build on what Stevie's saying there, in Scotland, like and like British wide, as far as I'm aware, the policy was like, okay, Bobby's on the beat, don't have the gun, but what we're going to have is armed response units. So if there is a fucking request for a need or necessity for cunts to turn up with a gun, there's going to be an armed response units. Now, monkey see, monkey do, right? So if this hasn't happened in England as of yet, I would surmise it will. What's happened in fucking Scotland which I really need to go and check this shit, because I heard people I heard people actually fucking being a bit disgusted about it, like myself, and trying to fucking rein this back in. But long story short, you had these armed response units strategically placed all around the country, and literally they would sit on their arse until they needed, until somebody said we need a fucking gun unit, right? Then the Scottish Government turned round. It's when they put in the Police Force Super Scotland's force, right, when we fucking absolutely broke down all the firewalls of corruption and just made it into one big cauldron pot of corruption. What they done is went, you know, it's fair and reasonable, rather than having these fucking highly fucking wired, fucking Red Bull drinking motherfucking coke head cops that are fucking jagged up in fucking steroids, sitting on their arse doing fuck all day. Do you know what we'll do? We'll put them on general patrol when they're not fucking needed to shoot some cunt in the fucking head. So what you've got is clandestinely, they've actually armed the fuck. They've armed the cops and got cops with fucking guns on the streets of fucking, not Glasgow, Scotland is a fucking hole. No rhyme, no reason, no consultation with the public, nothing like that now. But super police fucking state Scotland, we know what's best, we got no corruption, boom, guns on your fucking street. Now,
there were so many complaints, Kit, but they took them off the street.
Have they,
They've been took off the street.
Thank fuck.
That's bullshit, mate. They're fucking, honest to God, man, they've got them in their vans and that.
They might have them in their vans, they're not on the street, but they were in the streets with guns, actually walking about with guns.
No, I was in fucking, what do you call that? Fucking place, Inverness. They had them in the streets in Inverness.
Yeah.
So that's for Jimmy Savile, though.
Aye.
You were talking last night about the politics of it, and it's all that Gramscian gradualism stuff where they creep one little piece at a time and, you know, create the media create the desire in the Hegelian problem reaction solution crap, and they just sit there waiting, you know, right, today's the day we can walk around with weapons. Like at the moment, I think railway stations, bus stations in strategic places, airports, there's armed response people all around there now.
Yeah.
Just walking around.
Even fucking Scotland, I know, you know, they've not got any books for law and all that. They're fucking, see the law, they just make it up as they fucking go. What do they? You know, I'm the only person in Scotland that's been actually jailed for attempted assault. Attempted assault.
I mean, if they're peacekeepers, they're supposed to walk around with flasks of hot water so that they can help us mix our pot noodles rather than shoot us or intimidate us. But it's gone totally the other way, hasn't it? They're just there for intimidation now.
This is skipping a continent, but we will all be able to see the parallels here. We've all heard about We've all heard about the unfortunate fucking useful idiot over in the States that the FBI have yet again lined up to fucking stand up and go, oh, I like the ISIS, I was going to attack the president and shit, right? We've all heard that. Now, what they've made it... Ah, shit, what was my fucking train of thought there? Completely brain fart.
Well, in America, you can be asphyxiated for walking up in the street having a cigarette in public.
Yeah,
I think that was his only crime. The guy that got strangled to death.
No, he was selling. He was trying to sell loose cigarettes. That's all fucking
loosies. That's why they call them loosies, because it's a loose cigarette out of the packet one at a time.
I mean,
can I give you another link to screen share? Hang on, if I grab the link. If you want an example of the resulting solution from the reaction. Hang on, put it in the sidebar so whoever can screen share it, please do. Dutch Since uploaded this earlier, and it's a really good example of how the sheep. I hope somebody out there like take that video clip and change the audio track so it's all just sheep bleating. Yeah, watch that video clip, and that's the kind of reaction that they want, that they're demanding off the public.
Do you like let us know whether you can hear the volume or not?
I'll try it, mate, see what happens.
Alright, I've seen that.
Did you see that link I put on you?
Where's that, Stevie?
I just try to add a link onto the sidebar, but it's fucking not coming up.
No, it's not there.
It's not coming up.
There,
Wait a minute. Through Independent Scotland, man. Nah.
No, it's not there.
What is that we're watching, Cookie?
Listen to this. Internet is the last bastion of freedom of speech, and now the ruling classes have it in their sights. Make no mistake, folks, 2015 will be the year governments around the world will crack down on the internet. They will use and dare, I say, orchestrate false flag events in most major cities all the time using the MSM. Keep the clear level height. Charlie Hebdo was an attack of free speech, but the enemy of free speech is now who we think it is. We are going to see enough is enough. I was my mate posted, man, fucking.
That video clip was of the cheering crowds for the policemen in Paris as they paraded past. You know, the hero police that rescued the supposedly dead copper and that kind of shit.
The usual dead bodies, the fucking.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's an example of the resulting braying of the sheep after the problem reaction solution narrative has been successful.
You're right, Cookie. Somebody should have edited it and it was all bah.
I'll get on to that when I've got the.
Can I just say that Nottingham Forest beat Derby at theirs this afternoon 2-1.
Man, you are 1-0 up the new. I'm watching the football.
And Derby are locally known as the Sheepshaggers, so Forest put it up the Sheepshaggers. It's like, Man
U went 2-0.
Sheep.
That's the happy one. I just seen the same goal, man. Oh, was that wee Wilson? Was that wee Wilson that scored the second as well?
A Sombalonga. Oh, I'm on about Forest.
Who's the manager of Forest nowadays, Kendo? Is it still
Stuart Pearce.
Oh,
Stuart Pearce, the psycho.
He's a I like him. I really like that dude, man.
Yeah.
I love the way that he isn't controlled. You can genuinely tell. Yeah, like that's why he doesn't get a top job, because you can't. I would argue you can't control Stuart Pearce in front of the media, man.
Oh, this is the first win they've had in 8 games, right? It's the first decent result they've had in about 12 or 13 games, and Stuart Pearce was beginning to think that he was like his neck was on the chop, and they said that this Derby game's make or break, and all week on the local radio when they've talked about the local football teams, everybody's been predicting that Forest would get their arse thrashed. So now they've gone there and beaten Derby 2-1, perhaps because at the beginning of the season they were quite dominant at the top of the league. Then all of a sudden their form just disappeared. So everyone's hoping it's the turning of the corner, but we'll see. End of football. Football rant over.
Mate, Kendo, it's okay to talk about football like this as long as you just caveat it with football was set up with Freemasons.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
What was it?
But by the same token, I just want to mention something I put in the chat box earlier, that like everyone should read the Mindspace document. It's a government document called Mindspace.
Readily available as a PDF online. Grab yourself a copy, download it, make backups.
Yeah, and this is all about the government spending a fortune on behavioural science, and they've even got a behavioural studies unit, and they pay some Frenchman 120k a year for the benefit of his knowledge, and he helps run the Nudge Committee in Parliament. So, you know, whatever trend is trending, they'll be messing around with the politics of the the behavioural system to sort of put some effect towards it.
Yeah, they sell that nudge program in America, did they know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gone worldwide. They're concentrating on India at the moment.
Mm.
Yeah. So Mindspace. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly jump into the chat room. Got Philosopher, Faded, Blazing Stars, King 9 return, will not return. Kipal, Kate Gems, Dark Wonders, Simon Boyle. Just cheers for joining us, everyone. Huxley, Richie. But I only did that to get you off the subject of football, really.
Let's move on to basketball.
Celtic won 2-0.
What about a good old-fashioned sport like midget tossing?
Tiddlywinks.
Tiddlywinks, yeah.
Whiff waff.
I'm good at tiddlywinks, man.
Whiff waff.
And we've got Bo Radley in as well.
Here's one that gets very commonly forgot about, man. And I'm right now. I'm trying to hit it home to the youth, man. Play chess. My dad made sure that when I was young, my dad made sure I knew how to play chess, man. It was a point of fucking mission for him, man. I know how to play chess. Badly, yes, but I know how to play chess. But how many youths nowadays know how to play chess? They're more happy with fucking checkers.
They prefer to learn how to shoot at digital pixels.
Xbox Snow.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it?
That was a good one, Kit. Xbox, you know.
Yeah.
Good to see
Xbox, that was a cracker.
You need to be creative with that shit, man. You've got to go for. I can't wait for Justin Bieber to get fucking arrested again, because I'm definitely going to do more videos about him. I mean, I remember the last time he got arrested, I did do a Justin Bieber movie. Wow, Justin Bieber, girl! And then it was like the first 3 seconds, 5 seconds or whatever, then I edited in. I can't even remember what I edited in, but I edited in some like proper news. It was like, sorry Bieber fans, time for some real news, and edit it in. So, yes, very misleading and stuff like that, but it serves a purpose, I suppose.
I gave my grandson a copy of the Matrix trilogy, all 3 films this afternoon. He's 13. I said, yeah, get your head around that. Have you watched the trilogy? And he goes, no, I've seen Matrix. I goes, but it's all 3. Get your head around that. And I love sci-fi and thinky stuff. So he's walked away. He's walked away with 8 films this afternoon. Give him a James Bond film. Can I Harry Potters and
can I recommend another one that may suit in terms of being that slight of hand deception? It is a classic kind of like science fiction action film called Equilibrium. And it's basically like a retelling of the Fahrenheit 451 kind of. Yeah. But it's done in such a way that it will definitely appeal to the younger people who want to see a kind of sci-fi action film. But the premise of the storyline carries a very important message. It's a good one to recommend for people.
I gave him Beowulf as well.
Beowulf.
Yeah, the cartoon. You know that very fancy cartoon that was made of it? Yeah, I gave him that as well. I said, there's an old Nordic one there for you. I said, but it means a lot. So he's gone away with a big bag full of films this afternoon. And I know what you'll be doing tonight then, because I'm watching Matrix.
What age did you say you were? Sorry, 13?
13. 13.
Well, you understand what you've done. You've just gave him like a 6-hour break in his masturbation sessions.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'm offering him the red pill or the blue pill while he's young enough to understand it.
You have enlightened the boy, man, definitely, and me.
Yeah.
This area, man.
Trinity is very sexy in the leather catsuit and everything, so you never know. He might pause it every now and then.
At that age, anything can do it, as we all know, man. At that age, man, anything can make you drop your trousers, man. Fuck.
I opened the window and there was a gust of cold air and I just in my pants.
You're right, because the Bond film was Die Another Day with Halle Berry, so he'll be all right. He's well catered for, man.
It's perfectly natural. Nothing wrong with it. Just don't do it in public because
Here's something, right? Like, probably most people won't admit this shit, right? But I think if people laugh at it, I know there's something there, right? But I remember when I was younger, Spitting Image used to be kicking about, right? And Spitting Image is one of those programs. Ooh, it's by your bedtime and stuff. So I always had to sneak up. Well, I always used to watch it, and then occasionally, and I was very, very young. Right, God knows, I can't remember my age. But you used to get the Spitting Image dolls, and then every now and again you used to get spitting puppets with tits and stuff. But it was like when you were like this is back in the day when. Pornography was something you found in the field next to a fucking football park. You know, you circle round, and it was like the Daily. What was it, Daily Sport or something? The Daily Sport. Like, whoa! All good, man. And the Daily.
You got it, man, Kip. It was a Sunday Sport.
Oh, the Sunday Sport. Mate, you obviously had to subscribe to the daily version. I'm pretty sure they had a daily one as well. The Sunday Sport. Fuck.
He was on online,
Blazing Stars were on about. Did you have another look at that, Kip? That picture?
I've had, mate, I've done nothing but look at it, and I've had a lot of people get back to me with the shit that's in it as well. And what was the most recent one? It was like there's a green. See next to the panda. See if you look at the left of the panda.
Yeah.
I think it's there. If you see, if you like, is this a high def picture you've got?
No, but I could do that. I've got it in my.
See that wee bit of writing?
Yeah, just
next to the panda, to the left of the panda, on the wee board, it says green light. Hold on,
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Let me get I'll pull the high definition picture up. I've got it here somewhere.
It's like hidden.
Is that little kid eating or puking?
I think he doesn't like what he's eating anyway. Where is it? There it is.
It's like a hidden object game. You've got to look through the whole thing.
Have you ever seen The Picture of Everything? It was a web-based art project by this guy, and it's, oh man, it is absolutely amazing. It's that style of picture, but big, because he did it in a virtual space online. He could just keep adding to the picture and adding to it and adding to it, and it is so big and there is so much in it. It's an amazing piece of artwork. Look it up if you've never seen it.
Did you catch the thing that it was actually like fuck credit where credit's due? It was a Dabu7. He was doing something about. He put something out and it was Fibonacci sequence.
Fibonacci.
Done under the strobe light.
3D version there.
Looked pretty cool, man. Yeah, but definitely.
It's a 3D printing art, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. They're fascinating.
Look, I was just mesmerised by looking at it. But understand everything looks cool under a strobe light, but that was particularly the way it danced and whatnot.
Well, the coolest thing trending online about these 3D printers is this Japanese woman who's now being held prisoner because she made a vagina canoe. She sent a vagina.
She made a vagina?
She's into, type it in, vagina canoe, and up pops her little face. She's all about the vagina. She does vagina art.
My girlfriend checks my history. I can't.
And not only is she into vaginas, but the vagina canoe is a 3D perfect model of hers. You gotta check it out. It's hilarious.
They digitize it in the first place.
I'm really.
If hers is a canoe, if hers is a canoe, it's the Queen's a battleship.
There it is.
I don't know if you can see that guy. If he's looked right next to the panda, it says green light, and then.
Oh no, it's not a canoe. It's a kayak. Even worse. Okay, I got a link for you all. Get yourselves ready.
Right, but a lot, and I want to see that.
Go on, Kip. That's a better picture than my.
Oh no, I was just saying that picture. Hopefully, I don't know whether you can see that, but the picture that says green light.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, to the left of it, you could argue that the last two letters are IS.
I'm gonna have to get.
Yeah.
So the ISIS green light.
Yeah.
Because again, that was something that pointed at. Not myself.
Whose flag is that for the underwear?
China.
It's mine. I'm assuming, like Cookie's saying, I'm assuming it's referring to China with the panda and whatnot.
It is, yeah. It tells you underneath, Kip, on that. Just let me get back to normal size. I've got the.
Oh, do you know what as well, by the way, that I wanted to point out? Hopefully I can find this. You know how we were talking about Merkel's hands?
Yeah.
We were obviously we discussed this for ages last night. We were talking about Merkel's hands. Hopefully I can fucking find this, man. Merkel, Charlie. Let me see that. Get that. Merkel, Charlie. People get pictures of Charlie. Shit, can you hear? Go and look. Go and look, and you'll find pictures of Merkel holding that hand that hand gesture at. Now, last night when we looked at this, I hadn't thought about this. Is this a play on the apparent pictures that were brought out after Charlie Hebdo?
Charlie Hebdo. Go on, carry on.
You know the picture that we're all aware of, the big fraudulent one.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can hear myself 6 times again, man.
I know it's Stevie. Your microphone's picking up backfeed, buddy.
Microphone, is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that me?
Sure.
Yeah, it's only seems to be when Kip talks for some reason.
Aye.
It's because me and Stevie have tin cans between us. There's an echo coming.
It's not there now. It's gone again. right now. Crack on, Kip. Right now, it's on.
But it was the matter like last night when we were checking this stuff out, right? The matter.
No, it's back again.
Aye, man. It's fucking down.
Stevie, just.
I'm literally hearing myself in my head, which isn't good, man.
Yeah. Cheers, Steve.
Is that so? We were talking about Merkel's hands gestures, right? Obviously, we talked about Napoleon, hidden hand and stuff, but like Merkel holding her hand like that. Now, Charlie Hebdo. Now, this picture here obviously doesn't show it quite as. I'm going to see if I can find it, man. Merkel, Charlie, right? Let's see if I can find it. But I noticed it when I was, in fact, it was something that popped up on my booktube today, and it showed Merkel.
Oh, your booktube.
And fuck, that's the doctored one without any women in it. I don't know, man. I'm hearing fucking all sorts of clicks and shit in my head, man. Fuck.
No me.
I don't know, man. I'm hearing myself like back in my head.
I know, yeah, I can.
Voices in my head without hearing the one that fucking.
Stevie, can you mute yourself up when you're not talking, please, pal?
Aye, mate. How's that? But how's that? Is that still echoing?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just the feedback is coming back, and it's like shit. But like see those pictures there? The what's it called? The Economist. It now to me looks like a play on The Gathering at in France at Charlie Hebdo. Now, if you look, we were even talking about this last night. The red, look at the red ties. Now, obviously, Putin and Obama didn't turn up. The Charlie Hebdo thing. I don't know whether you would have heard a lot of the the Americans apologising obscenely about not sending a fucking higher official there. Now you've got Obama at the front with the red thing on. You've got Putin who didn't turn up either with the red shit on.
Yeah.
And then you've got Churchill in the background. I think he was otherwise engaged. He didn't turn up. But I think this, I don't know, is this cover not a play on the world leaders turning up in France? And
when was that published? Yeah. What date is it? It was published.
I'm not sure, mate. It was
not found that yet.
Or something. Dino will tell you, man.
I'll find that now.
Was it before or after the Charlie Hebdo thing? I'm assuming it's after, because what I see is a parallel, and the reason I see that is I don't know whether you know this, but Good Luck Johnny that we were talking about, the card playing looking fucking gangster-esque leader of fucking Nigeria, he was in the Charlie Hebdo pictures. Hold on, let me see if I can find Charlie Hebdo. Let me take some lines of Charlie. Ah shit, everything's no, I done this wrong. Charlie Hebdo. Ah fuck me, I'm getting all the pictures up of it's going to fucking make Muslims think I hate them. Ah, I love Muhammad. Ah, I love Muhammad. Ah fucking hell, man. You know what? Because I deliberately. See, when somebody tells you to show something, I deliberately don't want to show it, but if they tell me not to show it, I want it. Look, here's the picture here. There's Merkel with her hands, right, not quite in this, but there's Good Luck Johnny. So look at the comparison between the shit. I've lost it now. Where the fuck's the where's the magazine cover? Shit, I've lost the magazine cover.
I've got it here up. I've got it up on her.
Vigilant Citizen.
Shit, I've just realised I'm not even screen sharing. I'm showing you shit that isn't even there. That's great. Cheers, guys, for telling. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Fucking hell, man. Somebody give me a shout out that I'm fucking no screen sharing.
I thought it was just me couldn't see it.
No. Right,
you are now, mate.
Hell, man. Economist. What was it? 2015 app, wasn't it? Right, so that should get us the picture. Fuck, I had the picture up and everything, man, and it's all went to shit. Economist 2005 app. 2015 app. images. Right, that's not working. Probably not spelling. Colon mystery. Shit, right, there we go. Thank fuck, got there in the end. Right, happy days. Right, so if you look at that picture, you've got Merkel with her hands, and if you go to these pictures, you'll see, like, I don't know, I seen, last night when we were looking at it, I seen it as a Sergeant Pepper's, and then this morning when I seen people put out more stuff about the fraudulent picture, well, people have argued it's not fraudulent. It's fraudulent. They made it look like there was a fucking barrage of people walking down a fucking place when there wasn't. It was just a photo op. But if you go and look at the Charlie Hebdo pictures, you will. I can't find it right now, man. I wish I fucking...
I've got the publication date. It's Category News, updated 9th of January 2015. There's one called The World in 2015, Insights and Predictions on Politics, Business and Finance by The Economist.
But there's no actual date.
Sorry?
Is there no actual date, Dean?
That's the update. It's the only one I can find at the moment is 9th of January. But the other one we've been on was published on the 10th of January, so that's the day after. So it possibly looks like that is the publication date.
Right.
Are you still on screen share, Kit?
Just to point out as well, if you check the chat, a few people have put in some other bits of information about that picture.
I've not had a chance to have a look over it.
It's the portrait of a lady from the court of Milan, circa 1490 to 95.
That's the portrait that's in the bottom right behind Alice. And I think as well, Blazing Stars said, you know the date that's in the reflection that looks like a number? It's the 50th death anniversary for Churchill. That could be what the 50's there for. So.
Yeah, 1965.
Well, the court of Milan, wasn't that the Machiavelli Milan?
And who's straight across it? Mrs. Clitoris.
Didn't that all culminate in the Lombards moving to Britain?
I think so, but I can't remember the history properly.
And there was a big financial company called Lombard North Central. Everybody used to lease their vans through Lombard and buy cars through Lombard. So they're still going.
I can't seem to find any earlier date than that anyway, so looking like that's published publication date.
Put up the 2014 one, Dean.
The 2014 one?
Aye. See what that looks like.
I've just seen that. Where's it gone?
I've seen it, I know. There it's there. Yeah.
It's not giving me the option on that one to go for a bigger picture.
Well, you can't blow up.
See if there's another one. That's from all 2012, 2013 and 2005. Let's try that one.
I was looking for these last night and I couldn't find them.
And why is it just give me that? I've just clicked on the 2014 one.
I'm telling you, you couldn't find it. I tried like a fiend dog and I could not pull up any other predictive year, or I guess beginning of the year covers.
It's weird, isn't it?
You have been Googlerized.
There's probably some signs in that 2014 one as well.
Keep sending me back.
Well, that's what I was. That's what I was trying to figure out. This is going to be my go-to cover for moving forward every year.
Mikey, I don't know whether you've seen it. I noticed that you were sharing the cover on Facebook earlier.
Yes.
I think I left a comment or whatever, or liked it or shared it. I definitely liked it and shared it. I don't mean to be pedantic or anything, but like and I think in the comment you were like, reminds you of Abbey Road.
Yes.
Sorry to be a Beatles geek, but it's more Sgt. Pepper's.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I hate the Beatles. No wonder I got that wrong. I'm gonna have to go back and edit that.
I used to love the Beatles until everybody told me the esoteric shit about them, and then you start questioning yourself, man. But I would still be blown away if John Lennon. For me, John Lennon. I don't know. Again, you could. George Galloway says a lot of shit that fucking I agree with, man.
I don't know whether you can see that or not.
Yeah, I can see it. But
is that a blown up picture now?
no,
Right, hang on a second.
I don't know if you can do it yourself with
I've done it.
magnifying glass.
Well, it's not great, obviously, because this is a really small picture I've just copied, so it's going to be really pixelated, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a.
What's with the moose?
Fucking aye.
That's some sort of lizard, that, innit? What's it called?
Chameleon.
Chameleon, that's it.
The Queen.
Yeah. Queen in a true form.
Who's the guy with the hair? Is that Shakespeare? No.
You've got, from top left there, that's Doofer, what's he called? Edward Snowden. You've got Button Moon underneath. And then you've got some sort of symbol next to that. Then you've got Suchid, and you've got...
It looks like Putin's coming on Kip's clips. He's got a pair of sunglasses on.
And you've got
Next to a trooper.
Cameron. See if you can get a better picture than that, mate. For some reason, my graphics card's struggling today.
Have you downloaded that? And
yeah.
What you need to do is don't click on the thumbnail. Actually, click on the picture, and then you'll download the full graphic picture. If you click on the thumbnail, you'll download the thumbnail, which is a lower definition picture. But if you click on the picture to enlarge it on your screen, then download it, you'll get a better def download. But what was it you stuck in to get it, Dino?
I just put the Economist cover 2014, and then I clicked on the images. Try that Economist cover 2014. Might get a better picture of it. Full stop that way.
See about fuck. I'll show you some shit. I'm out that. My browser's all over the place. This is the pictures, like the Economist cover 2014 images. It's showing us hundreds of shit. Hold on. Shakes versus Shale. That's quite funny actually. But that's the Economist. But send us the link of the picture you had, mate. If you click, see if you look at these things, the thumbnails. That's a lower definition picture. See if you click on them and then download them. you tend to get like a better quality of picture downloaded, or the high def version of it, rather than just like sort of because these are like what are known as thumbnails kind of thing.
That's just sending us straight to the Economist to buy the bloody thing when I do that. Well, it's 1 through. I'll give you a link. See what you can do. Copy it. Shit, so many screens on me. Stop sharing. Jesus Christ. There you go. Good length for that. Jesus. That's the only one I can find on it as well. Doesn't seem. There's no others there, man, at all. That's on the 1, 2, third line down, slap bang middle kit. On the images. It just seems that mainly the 2015 cover that's in your face on the images one.
The actual image isn't much better resolution. It's a little bit better, but it's not that great.
No.
The guys in black and white, like a long row of them, that's to commemorate the start of the First World War. I think that's a photograph, a classic one from Ypres, which was in
You want
1917.
$25 for that picture.
What is it we're looking for, guys? Is it a high def picture of the cover?
Yeah.
I put like I was struggling to get my links there, and I was speaking with my
microphone.
I was speaking with my microphone muted. But the last link that I dropped in the chat, which I've lost. I've dropped it in the chat. That's a high def link to the picture.
The 2014 one?
No, shit, sorry, 2014.
This one. This 2014 one.
I'm out of the gaff right now.
Oh,
there was one with the mosaic, wasn't it? Aye, it was the one.
He's grabbed it, he's got it.
Yeah, I haven't exactly grabbed it. This is just opening the browser, and like I said, it's not really much better definition. It's a little bit better, but.
What did you put in to get that cookie?
That was going from Dean's link, and then to the image rather than the thumbnail.
Right. Because I'm putting Economist cover 2014 in.
Me too.
I've opened I've opened my iTunes and everything now. And I hate it. That was me just. Oh fuck! Look, it's the New Yorker.
I posted the 2014 one, but it's just it's not a great one.
The wee box for the helicopter thing, that's Amazon Books. The 2015 thing.
With the drone?
Aye.
What's that outside of Snowdon?
Where is Snowdon?
In top left-hand corner, Cookie.
What, on the 2014 one?
Yeah.
Which one, to the right or?
To the right.
The one to the right, it's a black and white picture. It looks like a guy's head. It looks like he's holding his arms up in the air. He's got a stick in his hands or something.
Oh, right. I thought it was a scythe.
There's that turtle. What was the turtle again?
It could be a scythe.
That's a chameleon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely a chameleon.
A sea turtle.
Is it?
It's a turtle, right?
It's a sea turtle.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was a turtle.
Yeah.
It's got a beak, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And he's green.
Flipper. I thought that was a branch. It's not.
I
It's
did.
Flipper, isn't it?
Well spotted, Michael.
That looks like Holland.
Yeah. Who's that? Side of what's it? He's taking 4 squares up, 4 little squares at side of Obama. And it's sort of like the cartoon character picture, Cookie.
That was the one Kendo said, wasn't it? The black and white picture, the troops marching along the horizon.
Yeah, that one, yeah. But there's one at the side with 4 squares making a big square with a cartoon, sort of like a baldy scroll.
Oh, it's Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. That's it.
He's got a party hat on and looks like a party trumpet blower thing.
Is that Stonehenge?
Not Stonehenge, but it is Standing Stones. Could
Those
be
people faces from that crazy
Easter Island.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who's the guy with the red X right next to Merkel? He has got an X over him.
I cannot tell. It's a black and white photo, but I cannot tell who it is, and I can't zoom in any further.
Looks like Count Dracula.
So we got. So that means he must have been terminated in either 2014 or 2013.
There's 3 of those actually with big red X's through them.
Yeah.
That one in the middle looks like it's got a little sign in front of it, maybe like a what do they call it? The little placard that they used to make you hold up when you got arrested and you had your photograph taken.
Funny how Richard Branson's there as well, after his space thing crashed.
The Chinese guy with the red background, sort of a couple of squares to the left of Merkel. He's the one that was put in prison. He was the one that was found to be guilty of some form of corruption, and he was high up in the Chinese government.
Right, that's right, aye.
Can't remember his name now.
What do you think the bagpiper is about? Under his Obama's chin.
Oh, no, bagpiper. Oh.
That'll be the Independence.
Independence, aye, Scotland.
Yeah, because you got Brazil there for, was it the World Cup?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Aye, the World Cup.
I don't know, guys. Is this any better? Is this higher def than what we're looking at, or is it the same?
Oh, it's fucking better.
That's better.
Right. Well, there's a moose. Right there's cannabis.
About this who's? Sorry, Kate.
A moose.
There's a moose. There's a moose.
We're gonna take a wee look.
There's cannabis leaves above the Turkish flag. Then you've got I would say Erdogan.
Click on it because all we can see is Cookie. Oh, there you go.
Hold on. Now hold on. You should be seeing that.
Moose on the loose.
I can see it.
Right. So Peter, there's cannabis leaves. There's a moose loose about this house with Baphomet horns, if you want to look at it like that. There's Putin right next to a soldier.
Has that moose got red sunglasses?
No, it's just sneezing out fire. But I think you're right, Cookie. It does look like it's got red sunglasses on. Yeah.
Isn't that black and white guy anonymous, and he's holding Occupy something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Occupy Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Yep. I think you're right, Mikey. Occupy Silicon Valley. Looks like. There's Erdogan. Right next to the new. I would argue this is important, especially with what came out with him saying about Turkey. For me, that one right to the below the moose is Erdogan with somebody else. And then there's an older guy. I would argue something to do with the Ottoman Empire. I do not know, but just by his demeanour.
His dress as well, the hat he's wearing, it does look very much like it.
The old Turkish. Now listen, people need to understand the Ottoman Empire. What was the Ottoman Empire? The Ottoman Empire was the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, before it imploded in itself, split into 2 sections, and you had the east and you had the west. Basically, typically understood the Roman Empire collapsed and blah, blah, blah. But the Ottoman Empire, which was the Roman Empire, went on for fucking hundreds of years after the collapse of the Western Roman Empire. So, I don't know, people need to take that into consideration. There you've got a jackass.
In a sheriff's outfit.
Is that Captain America in that sushi sign?
No, it's a sledge. Well, not a sledge. It's what they call a luge.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
Sochi.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Sochi.
got it.
It's Sochi. It's the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what's that? Wizard of Oz? Judy Garland. Dog in the middle.
Watch TV.
The American Dream.
Nah.
The smiling parents with the happy child and the little dog on TV.
Here, fucking check that shit out, man. What the fuck is that under President Hollande? Is that a target on his fucking back?
Yeah.
And then you've got a Japanese motherfucker right next to his right as well, man. That's quite profound stuff.
Yeah, and if you look at it as well, with the fucking terror doofer, and that, because he's all for Palestine, wasn't he?
Where do you get most of those sea turtles? Would it happen to be the South China Sea?
I'm not sure. Hawaii, places like that.
Because I'm looking at it from more of a holistic point of view, in the sense of where is Obama looking in the picture? He's got a reference to troops dying in a battle above his head. He's looking through Holland and that targeted.
He's got Stonehenge.
Yeah, and he's looking towards somewhere that has sea turtles, the South China Sea, the Chinese under there.
Yeah.
What about the cross? Who the fuck's been crossed out? Can you see that right next to Merkel?
Yeah.
I know who that is. That's Muslim Brotherhood Egypt dude. Morsi. That's who that is.
Morsi.
Right now, I recognise him. That's President Morsi before he get killed. What is he? Is he in jail now? That's Morsi, and he's got a red fucking cross through him.
Have you seen the ballot box? Have you seen the ballot box too? 41% on it. Is it 42%? Or something? Blue ballot box there, putting a red ballot in.
And it looks like EU. It's got EU. Oh, it's the
EU elections.
Right. I would argue about the numbers, Dean, but that they're splitting hairs there. But you could see 42 there, and it definitely is like a European ballot box.
Wow.
There's Brazil, like obviously the World Cup and whatnot. There's a Brazilian face taking up 4 spaces. You could say it's the World Cup, or could you say it's the BRICS? Let's see in relation to the BRICS. Brazil.
What does the barcode mean?
Jamesy boy, I can decode it for you. It goes something a bit like
go.
So who's to the right of Janet Yellen down there, and then to the right of him, the buy, sell, sell, buy? Who's that next to Janet Yellen?
Who's Janet Yellen?
She's our Treasury Secretary.
Oh, right.
The Queen of Cash for Israel.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
It looks a little bit like Weisshaft.
Oh, you're talking about the coin?
Is it a coin? Like the portrait in the sepia tone.
He's looking.
Where you were?
That's a bust in it outside of the buy sell thing. It's a bust.
The buy sell thing, I would have said that could be Spider-Man or Superman sitting at a console.
Or Wall Street.
Somebody in a red shirt sat on a blue office chair, sat in front of an office desk.
It's
with
probably
loads
in
of
Wall
screens.
Street and those freaking derivatives.
Yeah.
And his
But
name's
that one just to the left, that looks like an old style sepia portrait picture.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to stop shifting about on that picture for a wee second, because I guarantee I should be able to find a better picture. I should be able to find a more high definition picture than that. Hold on, I think I might have found it. Let me see. because I need to download it and then see what the resolution's like when I download it. Well, I don't.
Bagpipes have got to be independent, haven't they?
I'm gonna switch screen share and see if tell me guys if you think this looks better, or higher resolution to use, whether it's coming across slightly better. I would argue it looks slightly better.
Yeah.
Oh, tsunami.
Tsunami down
that's in the other one as well, isn't it?
I suggested it might be, but it's difficult to tell because it looks a little bit like clouds or water on the 2015 cover.
Looks like a lion. You could see it looks like a fucking. I mean, again, all this stuff. Look again. Look, it's Morsi. But there's Morsi, the guy I was the one that was saying it was crossed out. Below him is things, and it's Morsi crossed out again. Then you've got the Brazil and the Greek. I would say that's Greek architecture.
Parthenon.
Yeah, what's happening with Greek now?
Do you think that's the Parthenon?
No, but it's that style of architecture.
Aye.
What's happening with Greek now is they're fucking going to get. They're going to leave the euro.
Because that's for more bailout, aren't they?
Yeah. And I don't think they're going to get it. I think they want out.
I hope Greece leaves. Like, watch out for terror attacks and political assassinations in Greece, because the party that's leading the polls right now is an anti-austerity, anti-EU party, and they want to tell the motherfuckers to go and jump for their money, kind of like what Switzerland done, and kind of like what Iceland done back in the day as well. Sort of set the precedents. Get fucking.
Evening, blazing.
Oh my god, it's blazing.
Oh. I know, yeah. Shock hour.
Hello.
Sorry, go on, buddy.
Press the wrong button. Oh, you live and learn.
You don't want to cover it again. Was there something you've seen on it or something, blazing? On the 2015 one?
Just Putin playing the Pied Piper to the Americans. Wee bands in the corner.
Ah, yeah.
That caught my attention. The Pied Piper beside Putin.
Calling them all in.
Hang on, I've got a wee hand.
Does the Pied Piper represent Russell Brand?
Yeah,
I believe feedback.
That's a good point, that Ken, though.
It makes you wonder, because everybody's criticising Brand for having this Pied Piper tattoo, aren't they? You know.
Yeah.
Kendall, I've not heard that shit. Is Russell Brand get a Pied Piper tattoo?
Yeah.
Shit, man, I must have missed that, man. Maybe I was deliberately ignoring the prick or something. But like, seriously though, like pictures and all that. It's not just conjecture.
Yeah, there are pictures out there. He's shown it off a few. Yeah.
Fuck me, man. What? And there's still people willing to line up behind him.
What's that construction on the right-hand side of Richard Branson in black and white? Is it like something that's constructed in wood, or is it a
shithouse? It looks a bit like a rickety shithouse at the end of a walkway.
An outhouse?
Yeah, an outhouse.
What is it, that kid? Can you zoom in on that?
Richard Branson's toilet. Looks up into the stars.
2 seconds, mate. Zoom into. What is it? Zoom in.
Branson and Young Whip.
Let me see if I can. Honestly, see, because I'm not doing the usual fucking shit, I'm lost all over the place. I'm trying to find this fucking page that I'm screen sharing. Where is the page that I'm screen sharing?
2014.
No, I know, but I've got millions of tabs open, mate. Just trying to.
It's on your. It looks like it's on.
I know it's on my computer, man.
No, your window.
Where?
Is it on Windows Media?
I'll get there, man. Don't worry.
Listen to me, try to tell you.
No, in fact, that's why I'm fucking up. I've not got it on my browser. I've got it on my fucking computer. Wait, sorry, guys. Where am I going here?
Towards
Ryder Branson.
What's the black and white picture thing next to him?
I think we would get a better idea if you zoom out, because the more so it's one of those pixelations. The closer you get, the less. It looks like a chicken coop. Looks like an outside door toilet or something to me.
Yep.
It's his launch pad for his aircraft. That's what it is.
It's SpaceX's headquarters.
Or is it what's left of one of Richard Branson's projects down in the shithouse?
It is. I think it is definitely also meant to be read as a whole picture. The way blah blah is looking in their direction, and he's got like a smirk on his face.
Hey, Tony B.
Evening, Tony.
No, but it's something to do with China going to the moon.
Right, Tony.
Well, Cookie, look who. If you're looking at who Obama's staring at, you could argue that he's primarily staring at the Chinese dude. So is China their biggest opposition? Then you've got Russia underneath. Sorry,
he's
Brazil.
staring them all down.
Yeah, and if those are Easter Island heads in that middle black and white picture,
I don't think it is. It doesn't look like heads. It looks like freestanding stones. Just because, I know you're saying Easter Island heads.
Like maybe those fake cities in Japan or China or wherever the hell they are.
Yeah, it does look a little bit.
I think it's Obama's
Utopia.
Obama's wife's butt plugs.
Yeah.
Big freestanding stones.
Is that why Merkel's got that smirk?
She's like, I'm next.
and then look.
More she couldn't survive it, but I'll take him.
And then this Indian guy's like, here, hold on, I've already never had a solid bowel movement. And then the Scottish guy's like, on his pipes. Solid bowel movement. And then, who did you say that was, Mikey? The treasurer?
She's head of the Federal Reserve.
God, you're joking, man. Fuck.
Yep, that's her.
That portrait as well next to it could be, what's his name, Adam Smith?
Who's that?
I can't tell if he's one of yours or one of ours.
You reckon it's a coin, Cookie, or a portrait?
It's not a coin, it's a portrait. It's an old
portrait. It's how they used to do that sepia through the circle thingy.
Yeah, and Adam Smith in relation to the fact that he's one of those 18th, 19th century economists and writers who influenced the founding of things like the Federal Reserve and whatever. They're often referring to Adam Smith in relation to Wall Street and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I found the picture which relates to the media speaking to Israel. There's the wee servant bowing down to the king. Who's that woman? I recognise her.
Yeah, who is she?
I recognise her, but I can't put a name on it. I think she's British. I genuinely.
Is that no fucking Digny's sidekick? What do you call him? Fucking that horrible cunt. What's his name? Department of Work.
Nothing worse than a horrible cunt.
Department of Work. Fucking baldy bastard.
Haig?
No!
Batman?
Batman.
Who Who's humping their microphone?
Not guilty.
I didn't think you would hear that.
Not me. Hands free.
Duncan Smith, that's sick.
I was typing. People have said I've got hands like fucking thunder.
Ian Duncan Smith's sidekick, what's her name? McVeigh or something? Is that know her?
Catwoman?
McVeigh.
I was trying to think of like an evil-esque comic book villain there, but like I couldn't think of any female ones. Poison Ivy.
Esther McVeigh.
Beryl the Peril.
Maggie Thatcher. He was an evil superhero villain.
Is that not that French woman? The far right?
Oh, right.
Oh, there you go, that's it. That's who it is, aye. Far right French bitch.
Marie Le Pen.
Le Pen. Well done, man, that's it. And look where she is. She's on the right side of Holland. Holland's on the left. Everybody turn to the left.
Is that a microphone underneath her?
Possibly. Again, the closer you zoom in, the less clear it gets because of the pixelation. But possibly could be.
That buy and sell thing, is that not related to Bitcoin?
Aye, a computer.
Electronic trading, yeah.
Aye, computer buy sell. That's very, very, very spot on.
Cashless society.
Why have they got fucking a Formula 1 car in there? It looks like a Formula 1 motor, doesn't it? Face on. Or some sort of a cool looking car.
Batman's motor.
Notice the dartboard has got the various colours of the political parties.
I can see the green, 2 oranges and 1 blue. Sometimes you need to zoom out to be able to see it clearer. What about? Oh well, look, there's that. That's definitely a coin, but who's on it? Who knows? What about
President Holland? He's going.
Is that a one-trick pony?
A one-trick.
Yeah, a one-trick pony.
You know what it looks
next
like?
to Cameron.
It looks like a donkey that's got. Well, in fact, I'm pretty sure it looks like a Wild West donkey. I don't know whether you can see that. But it looks
I'd say it's a sheriff's outfit 'cause it looks like he's wearing a badge.
Yeah, making an ass out of himself.
Yeah.
The law is an ass.
Yeah,
Harry Reid and all that Bundy Ranch crap.
That black and white picture to the left now makes more sense with clearer. See, that's an Arab. Is it an Arabic guy wielding a sword?
You're racist bastards, but I think you're right.
And the jackass is looking up towards him, and then you've got Camel Face's face. So his Camel Face is making a jackass of himself towards an armed Muslim uprising that has been led by Snowden and the American.
Judgment's being clouded by Putin.
Oh, hold on! The dog on the television. What's fucking Pintin's dog called? Snowy.
Snowy.
And it very much looks like that dog. Snowy Snowden.
Yeah, I think if it was, surely Tintin would be in that picture as well.
Yeah.
But yes.
I thought it looked like Born Free, the tiger. A lion. Born Free.
That's what comes to my head before that version, Born Free at first.
They're putting like all the way areas back to wilderness. That's what I was thinking.
One thing I think we can all agree on, that fucking turtle does not look happy. That no one. I mean, God forbid if this motherfucking turtle turns into a Teenage Mutant Ninja one, we would all be fucked.
What's the saying about we don't bite but we snap, or what is that? What is the significance of the turtle?
He's obviously an extremist.
Aren't they on the Japanese coast as well?
Too much. These tortoise motherfuckers live too long. They know too much. We need to kill them.
Ain't that strange? If you think about it, right, it's been a turtle on 2014, and on 2015 there's a tortoise.
I know, there's a significance about the tortoise.
Yeah.
What is under Shakespeare's head?
Where's Shakespeare, mate?
In
Yeah,
there, blowing the thingy.
Would the turtle be significant to the
What is
contamination in is it Bay of Mexico, whatever? With the Gulf, yeah. Gulf of Mexico, where they did the, because it's the turtles that suffered the most out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ish. I think they've all suffered, really, but I mean, I'm just.
No, definitely, Kendo, I've definitely seen a drop in the amount of Teenage Mutant Ninja ones I've seen. Definitely an endangered species, man.
I've never known magazine covers that take so much time up. That's bad, isn't it?
No.
Well, that's partly the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, man. It's like I love the. It's like I don't know whether you would agree with me, man. I don't know whether anybody would agree, but I believe there's publications out there which aren't for the top elite, but like, do you know how the lower downs of the elite? The elites that think they are top of the king of the castle, like the Economist, like all the Financial Times, the broadsheets. Not that there are different demographics in the literature.
Bureaucrats.
There's definitely publications out there which tend to be aimed. I mean, look at this shit that. I mean, recently I touched on what George Soros came out and said about fucking Ukraine and like Europe is at war. He came out and said Europe's at war, pay more money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't hear that on the BBC. I didn't hear that on any mainstream media whatsoever. But you better believe your bottom dollar that the people, the money men, are listening to George Soros, and that's where. The current system might be very fucking weak. The fact that the lower downs have the ability to listen into the upper ups, even though that they're not the king of the castle, but they're fucking certainly above the lower grade. And if you do approach it with a critical mind, you can maybe decipher some of the bullshit in the sense that the Swiss franc. I mean, there's already evidence coming out. I mean, go and look what happened to the markets when the Swiss franc decoupled for the euro, man. People knew about that shit. There was all sorts of folks lining up and going, boom, Swiss franc, am I not right in saying 30%? Boom. Now, if you think about this, right, Russia fucking, Russia's getting their ball, Russia's getting castrated right now, right? Through Ukraine, through Gazprom, all the rest of it, all these sanctions and shit. And then Switzerland bounces up and goes, hey, we're going to decouple from the euro. Doesn't tell anybody involved in the IMF within the euro, doesn't give them the heads up which they would have expected. And if you go and look at Lagarde, Christine Lagarde, the 7-7, I'm fucking numerology fucking freaky bit. Go and check out what she said about Switzerland doing it. She kind of indicated, hey, they shouldn't have done that without my permission. But Switzerland's turned round with, and what have they done? What have they done? I would argue that the people of the world who knows that the world is crumbling and maybe there's going to be a world war, assets aren't going to be as safe. They've all went like that, boom, into fucking the Swiss franc, 30, I think it was 30%. In fact, was it 50 or 30? I might be getting mixed up here, but it was either 30 or 50%. Either way, a currency increasing by 30 or 50% in a matter of a fucking trading cycle.
Yeah, they took the cap off it. That's what it was.
Aye, they took the cap off, linking it to the euro, so the euro would no longer fucking deflate the Swiss franc. So the Swiss franc was then free, and then ultimately, if you go into Switzerland as well, I mean, it's not like the Knights Templar or the Swiss and all that shit love their gold. I mean, and it's not like Switzerland will stick their fucking dick between their fucking butt cheeks when fucking the war starts kicking off and start clucking and kicking on their bubble.
That's what I wanted to bring up. Could it also be it's a strategic movement to position themselves to be independent again? They're basically watching what is now at the moment an economic war. Yeah, economic wars lead to trade wars lead to world wars. You can see it coming, and they're positioning themselves so they can say to both sides, look, we're staying independent. That way they can do their usual of funding both sides and profiting off both sides.
Exactly, man. There's no coincidence that Switzerland has, and always will, in my opinion, remain independent, because they don't give a fuck, because all they want to do is clean it off the side.
That's what the Octagon fucking resides. So
yeah, exactly, mate. That's exactly it. That's why they do it that way, because it is the bank.
If you think about what's happening with Russia economically right now, it looks like Switzerland, to me, in my very uneducated opinion, it looks to me like Switzerland done this to suck in all the Russian money that's floating about. The Russian oligarchs' assholes are tightening up because they're about the ruble and whatnot. So that boom into Switzerland, where they know it's safe. They know it's safe in Switzerland either way, man. So Cookie, I agree, definitely, man. Fuck, it could be seen as I don't know. I was thinking that it was like a safe haven for the Russians, as if Switzerland, because the IMF, right? The IMF. Fucking hell, man! I can hear somebody scratching their balls or something, man.
It's that blazing, man.
It's not me.
Yeah, shave them or let them grow, man. Come on, don't get the sandpaper out, man.
Mute yourself, mate.
But if you think about like well, in fact, if you don't look at what's happened, right? You've got Lagarde standing up there and pissed off at everybody, pissed off at Switzerland for doing what they do because it harmed the IMF. Now the IMF ain't in the fucking twinkle toes good books of the fucking the IMF is not in the good books of Russia and stuff, man. So it looks like that maybe that yeah, without the IMF's fucking say so, Russia has put all sorts of fucking. Now, Russia had to pull all sorts of money out of Greece. See, when the Greece thing happened and Greece got hurt with the tax and shit, that was primarily aimed at the Russian oligarchs that put their money from Russia into Greece to keep it safe within the European Union. Greece came under pressure. I would argue, and I would maybe suggest it was to put Russian oligarchs under pressure. Now, if you've got the rich elite of Russia under pressure, that pressure's ultimately going to drip down onto Putin, because as we know, Putin's just a fucking puppet for the rich people at the top. So if you put the rich people at the top under pressure with their money, depending where it is, you're putting Putin under pressure. Now, fast forward to what's happening now. The Russians had to have a safe haven where to put their money. Where would they put it? Is it a possibility that now that they're fucking, they have spoke to the Swiss, and the Swiss are like, hey, we've got a history of anonymous bank accounts. Bring your gold, bring your money, store it with us. And they've took it all out of... The smart ones took it out of Greece. They're no longer, they can't keep it in Russia because they know Russia's under attack. The petrol fucking the price of oil is dropping.
Cyprus.
Oh, Cyprus, was I saying Greece there?
Cyprus and Greece. It's both, James.
Sorry, James. I was meaning Cyprus, man. I was. I was meaning Cyprus because of what happened. Cheers, James, man. Because of what happened in Cyprus, because we all witnessed that the Russian money was in Cyprus, and Cyprus came under attack. I would argue, or it looks to me, that because of the amount of Russian money that was in there. So is the Russian money now flooded into fucking Switzerland, and they're like, decouple for the euro, roundies all, cha-ching, 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 and then they've got their big, as Alex Jones was saying, they've got caches of weapons, they've got tanks stopping shits on the street, nobody will ever invade Switzerland. Go and watch this shit, he's saying it. He's saying nobody will ever invade Switzerland. Nobody will ever conquer Switzerland because of their weapon caches, because they love their guns and they're the fucking bastion of fucking freedom. They're the fucking money whores of the fucking world.
Don't forget the cuckoo clocks and the chocolate.
I think we should send Alex Jones a cuckoo clock for Christmas, man.
Don't forget the army knives as well. Got some good army knives in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. Right?
It
definitely is all shuffling into position there. I think that's why they've deliberately mired down the Ukraine situation.
Nice knife.
That's a blue one.
Kept set up.
You're on mute, Kip.
You're muted, mate.
You've muted yourself.
I just confessed to being a Knights Templar there as well. No, that's my Knights Templar Swiss Army knife. Which, if you ask most Glaswegians, people outside of Glasgow won't get this, right? But if you ask most Glaswegians, they'll be scared to carry this about in their pocket and scared to get jailed for it. Right? But you can't. Well,
it's got to be under 2 inches or something.
I think it's 1 3/4 inch blade, and it's got to be a lockback. But listen, the population of Glasgow can no longer. Listen, the population of Glasgow doesn't need weapons to defend themselves, man. Arguably, right? But unfortunately, we all seem to run to fucking knives, for some reason, man. But I've got my Swiss Army fucking. Do you know what? Do you know the most common tool I use in that? The fucking toothpick. I should you not, man. The toothpick is one of the fucking coolest things on it. But I've got my Knights Templar Swiss Army knife, and it's blue as well. But I would have preferred the red one, but they sold out of the red one, so.
Can you get them in green?
Sorry, James.
Can you get them in green?
I don't think the Knights Templars fucking do the green shit, mate. They're all Masonic motherfuckers. I think they do red, white, and blue.
Oh, that's fucking shit.
But no, well, like it's actually red and blue the ones you get. But that is what's it? Victoria. Fucking what's it called? Victoria Knox. Right. Fuck. Well, Jamesy boy, you'll know John Knox, Queen Victoria. Victoria Knox is very. Kendo, I would imagine, even Cookie, you would maybe the names ring a bell with you, man. So it's quite prominent name, Victoria Knox. But and listen, a Swiss Army knife everybody fucking needs. I think every guy should have one at least, man.
I've got one. Well, I've got 2 actually. I'm greedy.
Well, I'm sorry to say I've no got one.
Oh, I'll send you one. Yeah.
There'll be no way to get James for his next birthday, man.
Swiss Army knife.
We can all chip in, man. It's only 17 quid.
Oh, we've just missed it. Oh, it's not. Google lied, didn't it? Weren't you, birthday?
No, I know. It's getting all sorts of birthday messages.
Oh, see, Tony's got a mad stabber, man.
My birthday's the 11th to the 9th. Fuck's sake, you can't forget that one.
Tony, is that a look
Tony, Jay stoned. You are too funny, Tony.
Tony, is that a lockback?
Aye, mate. But it doesn't go to house.
Aye, of course.
Of course it does.
Aye.
That's no, but that's legal. That's UK legal. That one.
What's that one? Is that less than 1 3/4 inch?
It's 2 7/8.
I don't even want to bring out my knives. I'll scare the hell out of you guys.
Come on, get your tackle out.
Alright, I'll show you my gear. Give me a second.
Right, Michael, go and get your stuff, man.
Oh, Kit's going for his samurai swords, isn't he?
This was something new ago. My dad was a butcher, man, so I've got all sorts of fucking shit, man.
Hold on, I get my AK-47.
No. Have you got your bulletproof vest? Like, I've got... Like people that are familiar in the meat trade and stuff, man, will know this. This is
That's the fucking dwarf suit out of Lord of the Rings.
Come on with chainmail.
No, but it's literally chainmail, but it's like a steel apron. It's a steel apron.
So you don't cut your tackle off.
It's for butchery.
Right, there's. Oh man.
The marksman.
That's the coolest thing, man. See, because you get it. I've got the proper grinder. You know how like the grinder that you people get the fucking shit to.
Steel.
I've got a steel, but a steel is only for
sharpening.
I can't do it.
Sharpening.
I can't do it as good as my dad. My dad used to be able to fucking.
Just show us your chopper again. Why is that chopper in the camera?
Ooh.
Look at the size of that, ladies. Shit.
That's pornographic knives.
It's no, man, but see the weird thing is, man, these are actually like heirlooms. They're heirlooms, man. I mean, these have no practical use for me whatsoever. Literally no practical use. But they're my dad's tools, he's trade. So is the steel armour. So you can stick that underneath your shirt, and you won't get stabbed.
He's talking pure bullshit. He has to be let everybody use it.
Stab you where it counts, anyway.
You've got to wear that every day you Kit. You're talking about Glasgow.
Nah, mate, I just walk down the street going, and everybody leaves me alone. It's good. Don't pick on the
someone about the screen here. Who's this fuck?
Mate, I stay in like a high immigration area, man. I've got no arseholes living around me, man. I'm deep in
get deported.
Oh my god, it's about a foot deep with snow outside.
Good
it's coming down fucking heavy.
Enjoy yourself.
Walkies tomorrow, Dutchy boy.
Dutch is
dirty Luke. Just got a major dirty Luke off him, man.
Yeah.
No, I won't take him out in there, so it'll fucking bury him. They've only got stumpy legs, these, haven't they? You got stuck in mud, it'd be bad enough for him to snore. We've been going for just over 2 hours now. Is that anybody got any subjects before I go off and we'll just have a...
Well, I was about to bring up my artillery.
Yeah, crack on. If you want,
artillery, please.
So first, my really 2 good knives are still in the car because one of them is part of my bug out bag and the other is still part of my camping gear. However, I do have a throwing knife, and I have become quite proficient in throwing the knife.
It doesn't have a handle. It's just all steel.
Yeah, throwing knife.
It's like beautifully balanced. It's like it's a piece of art, and I'm telling you,
Can you get it to stick every time? If you?
Oh yeah.
Nah.
I've been throwing this knife for about 25 years. Yeah, if the knife does, that's for my stealth mode. When I just gotta get your ass, you can't see me, and down you're gonna go. Now, if that doesn't work, I have my camping Mora knife.
Oh, I hope that rifle's not loaded. Yeah.
He's put a musket in the fire! What?
Nope, musket did not go in the fire. But that's for somebody coming through the door.
I hope the fucking thing's not loaded.
This is absolutely not. No loaded guns ever. And this is my Mora knife. I do a lot of my camp labor with this.
It's like
That's the same one I've got.
And I have a number of those. Very nice blade. Really, really good stuff.
It's like a fishing or boning knife, that, I would say.
Yeah, something like that. It's a good utility knife, you know, chopping wood and doing all of that.
Is that a Winchester?
No, behind me is a true Ruger 20 gauge over-under.
What's that?
It's clean. No, nothing in the barrels.
Two barrels.
That's a double barrel over-under, as you can see that. This is a beautiful gun. I use this for skeet and trap shoot.
I love shooting them.
So if you make it around the bend, God bless you. You better be right with the Lord.
What's skeet and trap shoots? Is that like birds?
That's when you have
red shot, solid
clay
shot,
shells.
big bags.
And they throw these clay shells in certain areas, one at a time, two at a time. Trap is when they set up certain stations, and you go around the stations, and they'll shoot from either side, and you're expected to get both of them. Table trap is they have like this automatic thrower, and it throws it out, and you can go get it. And it does it on all sorts of levels, from one rolling across the ground, which they call a rabbit, to everything else they throw in the air. But I love this shotgun. It's really awesome. And this gun I've had probably 25 years, and it's a beauty.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
I've only ever shot a shotgun. I think it was like 2 shells when I was like 12 or 13, and it was like, right, that's £40 worth. Shots over, you know what I mean? But it wasn't at anybody. It was just like, as you said, it was like for sport, man. It was for food. But I would love that. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of killing people, but I would love to get any guns, man. I think it'd be a fucking sweet thing, man. Like, I think I would enjoy it as a sport. I really genuinely think I would enjoy it as an enjoyable thing to do, man. Ron.
Now this is a thing of beauty.
Oh, is that your handgun?
Uh-huh.
A Ruger?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like oh fucking hell, man! It's like a Glock. So is that plastic or metal?
This is they call this a little 380, and it's really a beauty. It's a great little gun. The Glocks are pretty tough in that hand mechanism, but this fits beautifully right into your hand.
Somebody's shooting on the microphone, but like, is that like a? I know a Glock is more or less made out of plastic and shit.
Yes, a Glock would be like one step up, but this is a nice little. If you're going to do concealed carry, home protection, I have a handbag that has a side pocket written out or carved out of it, and you can just sit it right in there. This has a nice safety lock on it.
Does the magazine go in the handle?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Nice.
Sweet, man.
God, if we showed that, we would get fucking raided.
No. Back in a minute, chaps. I'm just gonna let fucking whinge bag out.
You can sit it right underneath your bra. So, you know, if you've got a few minutes, maybe you can talk them into looking at the tatas, and you go right on up and kaboom!
Where do I keep it if I don't have a bra?
You can keep this thing anyway.
And I don't want to blow my balls
Can I
off.
tell you, if you were wearing cargo pants, you could just put it right in your pocket.
Get in your fucking metal vest.
It's a thing of beauty, it really is.
It
has this cute little holster. and you put it right into the holster, and it sits right on your belt. You have a
Does it
belt
go
buckle.
through metal detectors?
No, you're not going through metal detectors.
Because the barrel? Because I know the Glock. It's literally just.
Oh, this is all metal. This is all metal.
Right, aye.
Mhm.
For me, that would make the sounds more sturdier than a Glock. Because a Glock is a lot of fucking plastic and it's a shit they make cars out and all that.
So it takes a little 380 bullet. It's a cute little bullet. Who's thumping? Thou shalt not thump.
It's not me. Somebody's obviously getting really carried away with the guns, man.
What isn't? He's got hoofs for fingers.
So I carry everything in my little Ninja Peak Dago
Pipe
bag.
like Dewey guy out of Hill Street Blues.
You would never know it was in there. It fits right over your shoulder. And off you go. You've got your knife, you got your gun. Mama says, bring it on.
Who'd ever suspect a pink bag?
Do you know what the crazy is? Do you know what the crazy thing is, Mikey? See if you brought that stuff, if you managed to get that stuff into the UK, you could literally take over the whole country. There's nobody here to oppose you. You'd want to do that. Shit! She's got a knife and a gun! Fuck! We're screwed!
Not only that, but they train you. You have to have well, they call it a lamp, but you have to have a flashlight. Yep. And you have to. You're absolutely trained. You can do it this way. You can do it this way. I keep forgetting. They have you trained so that you have to hold it away from the gun.
Somebody broke into your house. Would you shoot them?
You know what, Kip? I don't like handguns. This looks like a lot of fun sitting here, but I got to tell you, I pray to God, if you come through and the shotgun's ready, I'll shoot your head off. I have no problems picking that gun up and using it. I really don't like this handgun, but I can't carry this shotgun everywhere. But if you come through my house and you hurt me or one of my dogs, there'll be no thinking, because I'm trained now not to think.
Yeah.
And I go for training, and we're trained by like a SWAT team. These guys are no freaking joke, let me tell you. And they train you how to do it in the dark, how once you're surprised, how to conduct yourself so at all times you're ready, and you have to train to be ready, because when shit happens, you start to get afraid, you're fucked. You are not going home.
Mikey, see the stuff you've just went through. The amount of British people arseholes that have just tightened. Well, you're telling us that, man, it's unbelievable for the average British person. That is bizarro. I understand it because
it was bizarro for me until this year. I got to tell you. I mean, I've had my shotgun for years. It never occurred to me to get a handgun. I never liked them. But it has become apparently clear to me that in the near future, I'm going to need to protect myself. And, I'm getting too long in the tooth to be hooking it up with anybody at this stage of the game. I'm not taking a punch. I got good lawyers.
See, man, that's something I think it needs to get injected into the British spirit, man. I'm not talking about make the whole British public able to buy guns tomorrow, right? You could argue about that, because I think ultimately it'd be like what do you call that? The Hunger Games. It'd be like the Hunger Games. All the idiots, all the morons, all the gangsters and shit would just like arm themselves up and then shoot themselves, so there would be like very little of them. So
they're ready to do that, Kip. So what are you talking about?
Well, mate, like, what I'm talking about is like the fucking like. Mate, guns are plentiful with people that have got the money, and it's economically viable to go and shoot some cunt. In America, it's economically viable to shoot anybody.
That little handgun was $300. And I think a box of ammunition, I don't know,
Fuck's sake, we need a fucking license.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Now here you go, Full Metal Jacket, boys.
We need a license for a TV.
The boom boom kaboom.
I don't think guns are big or clever, man, but I just don't think we can uninvent them, and I think the human attitude towards them is, I don't know. Each to their own, man. If I could uninvent guns, I would, but I can't. So ultimately, I think there's got to be a fairer spectrum and a more fairer way to deal with it. The British society wouldn't be able to deal with a sensible gun law overnight. It would have to be very... Mikey, please don't shoot yourself live on air, man. That would be brutal, man. I just seen a few...
I'm putting her away. I'm putting old Bessie away.
What you're saying, Kurt, is right. Because it doesn't matter if you've got a gun, you'll still fucking kill somebody with a knife.
Yeah, but here's the deal. With a knife, you got to get close. You know what I mean? I am in no interest of having to hook it up with anybody. I want to drop you where you're standing. You know what I mean? This is no country for women and children. You know, it's just I'm looking for a higher rung of the ladder in order for self-protection to actually work, because the cops aren't coming for you. I got no time to wait.
See what you're saying there, Jamesy boy, man, and anybody in and around Scotland that's aware of the fucking knife culture that does exist, man. It takes a bigger man to stab a man than it does to shoot a dude. A very bigger man. Like, don't get me wrong, man. You're in the thick of things, man. You do what you have to do. But it definitely...
Men fight. Women don't fight. Who am I going to fight?
But I'm talking about...
9% of the times these guys are coming armed.
See, that's where the difference between the UK and America is. You have a culture of guns. Guns are like a tin opener. Guns are a problem solver. We've got rodents, we've got rats, we've got burglars.
Not really. I think what's being displayed in the media is far beyond what you see day to day. I mean, I'm walking this planet a pretty long time. And to be coming into guns in the third stage of my life, that's, I'm in Pennsylvania. It's a big gun state. We have huge hunting. But hunters have never been regarded as anybody that you would have to be afraid of. These guys are these kids. As a matter of fact, there's a picture actually of John F. Kennedy in one of his first speeches, and he's standing on a box, and behind him, he's in the South. There's a child. The kid can't be 10, 12, whatever, and he's holding a gun. Not only is he holding the gun, but he's chewing on it, and he can't be standing a foot or 3 away from the president. Now that would never happen in this day. But you could literally stand in a room full of people with guns and not be afraid. True, real gun owners are not to be feared. These are the guys you want. You never hear stories about how guns saved people. There's a hospital where I actually worked at and was actually born at, but just recently, in a psychiatrist's office, this guy, crazed up on drugs and whatnot, goes in and he starts shooting up the guy's office. The doctor happens to have a gun, which is against hospital policy. He comes out, he drops the guy where he stands, and instead of 15 people being dead, 2 people were dead. So what did they do? They fired the doctor. There's a no-gun policy. Now he's being hailed as a hero. He saved half the people in his office, including himself. This guy was just a nut job on drugs.
Yeah.
If he had people need to balance out what guns are really doing. And as far as the Second Amendment goes, the Second Amendment ensures that you can have the First Amendment. And it's really specifically for us to be able to gather as a free militia in case our government gets tyrannical. It's not about hunting.
Yes.
The forefathers understood. We are setting this up, and there's a great chance for corruption. And you have to be able to protect yourself against the government. We're not China. We're not Russia. This is America. America was born and raised on guns, and not to run around killing people.
Mikey, I agree with you 100%, but I also think Like I don't know. It's hard to verbalise. Try to see it, man. I agree with you. And as I've said, kind of like pro gun and stuff. For me, if the government turns tyrannical, you just ignore them. You don't shoot them. Like, granted, if they're going to come through your fucking house and kill you and stuff, but the government isn't going to do that. I think that's just the fear factor.
They're doing it now. What are you talking about? How does a president wake up one day and says, we're going to have free health care? Oh, and by the way, you're required to take it. And oh, by the way, it's really a tax. And oh, by the way, it's going to cost you more than you're paying now.
By the way, I'm going to kill Americans without due process.
It's crazy.
Cookie, what do you think about weapons and gun control and shit, man? I know you're sitting there quiet and stuff, and I know you're fucking very
loud.
If you could, would you own a gun, Cookie? Would you own a gun if you could?
No.
If I didn't think I had to protect myself, I wouldn't want a gun either. I never wanted a gun. I still don't want a gun.
A gun is just a tool. Yeah, it's a tool for killing people. It's a tool for killing people at range. There are other tools you can use for killing people at range. Gun just makes it easier. You know, it's all in one place, does what it says on the tin, kind of thing. But I'd rather that it doesn't get to that stage. So no, I don't want a gun.
If I'm,
I don't want it to go to that stage either, but I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
But at the moment, I'm not in a situation or environment where I'm likely to need it.
Yeah, but you never know. I say the same things. I don't travel in bad circles. I don't go anywhere where I really think I have to carry it because I am trained for concealed carry. It wouldn't occur to me to put my gun in my car. It's not what I'm about. Nor just because I have concealed carry would you be able to see it on me if I was wearing it. It's not something you advertise. People who concealed carry, you don't know they're carrying.
I've said,
but you know, every guy walking around with a fanny pack or a backpack, you got to know he's packing.
I've said that, like, when it boils down to the crux of the matter, I'm pro-choice and like pro-people do what they want. So I'm pretty much pro-guns. But to sort of a back up everybody, like what you're saying there in that, Cookie, is like I know I would argue that if I had if we had, say for instance, the UK had laws that would allow a 16 or 18-year-old plus to own a gun, I would have probably gravitated towards that. And I can think of not recently, but like fucking 5, 10, 15. I can think of many occasions where I would have lost my rag and took that gun out and shot people.
Yeah, but see, I would, and you know, you put a gun in your hand. It's just like being a nurse. You know, you are charged with being able to with people's lives. And when you know you have somebody's life in your hand, you're not pulling a gun out for every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Oh, no. I would disagree.
Right, I would look at it as Americans have been brought up with guns all their life, and they are educated how using. Anyway, I would look at it as you don't see us running in and grabbing knives and running out and stabbing people.
All of my brothers and their friends ran around the neighborhood with BB guns. I mean, everybody had a BB gun. I mean, it's the first thing you go out. Yeah, everybody's Christmas tree had a gun set under it. Everybody was a cowboy. I mean, it was like having boots. You had a gun.
There's definitely a culture thing, and again, I'll say I'm pro fucking like making gun laws more liberal, man. It would have to be a very long process and a concerted effort to change attitudes and stuff. Whether if you didn't want,
here's the first thing you have to do.
Assholes. If I had access to a gun when I was younger, I think I remember many occasions when I've picked up X, Y, or Z and went after people, man, and had to be physically restrained. When I was younger, like when you're in that fucking teenage, young, early 20s stage where like you're willing to take on the world and shit, I would have probably shot people.
No.
I was younger, I would have used the
I
fists.
think you would have had the restraint to no do that.
No, mate, I can remember being 17-year-old. Right, listen to this. 17-year-old. I had an air rifle, a 177 with a fucking scope on it and shit. Right, so back in our country, that's the bee's knees. That's as good as it gets. An air rifle and shit. I remember being doing a local boozer, and ended up fucking rocketing with a bunch of people. So, like, long story short, man, I've ended up marching up my house, fucking taking a big massive blade and a gun and my air rifle and marching down the middle of the street.
Well,
if I had a gun, I'd have shot
a little discerning. You know, you first of all psychiatrists need to report the people they've put these SSRIs on. Those are the people you have to watch. You know, a gun
I'm not an
can't kill
SSRI,
anybody.
but I don't go to a psychiatrist either.
No, it's not.
Well,
just
this is what all
drugs.
these guys are on. You know, all of our false flags are by these stupid drugged up people.
It's not just the drugs.
That's all right saying that.
Unless you
That's
came.
all right saying that back in the day, Kit. You know what I mean? But would you have really done it? I mean,
Unless you
Yeah,
came
see, alcohol
cultural.
would make you do it.
If you count cultural indoctrination as a drug, then it's that drug as well. Because, yeah, the principle of owning such a weapon, if everybody is, like you were describing earlier, a common sense, a sensible gun owner, they respect the tool for what it can potentially do. That's all great and wonderful. We could all have nuclear weapons if we could trust each other to not be the idiot who presses the button.
exactly.
Yeah, so
Well,
to
the
me,
problem
it's
is that you're more likely to be shot by the cops than you are by your neighbor. I mean, people are so afraid of their neighbor. Nobody's going to shoot anybody.
I'm trying to get across.
But that's why you got to
The
take them away
culture
from the
at the
cops and
moment-
everybody.
The culture at the moment is to indoctrinate people to be so dumb and so reactive that they would choose to just pull a gat out and pop you in the head because you said something that they didn't like.
I think that more has to do with the type of society we have, where
Exactly,
we allow an 8-year-old to sit and play, you know, Grand Theft Auto.
I think that's a cracking point, Cookie. I think like there's
You know, the gun didn't contribute to that. The gun has no.
It's just a tool. It could have been a claw hammer.
Yep.
You know, it
A
could have been
car.
anything. A baseball bat, the back of a chair. You know, when you were reeling off the names of the country earlier, I was half expecting you to say, "This is Sparta." Yeah, and I pointed this out before. When you look into who were the people that set up the United States of America, including the Constitution and all that kind of stuff, it was a Masonic setup right from the beginning, and they wanted to create a modern version of Sparta. A nation of warriors where everybody could put their hand on a weapon and join in the fight when the time came.
Well, they didn't get too far because half the world can't have a gun. America's about the only place. This is why we don't get invaded, because
That's
people
exactly what
come
it
out
was
of the woodwork.
to be. The army for the globalist construction. Well, you know, who is it that's top of the list of the spending on weapons and arms? Who is it that's top of the list on the number of troops out in some kind of conflict zone at the moment? You were created and bred and indoctrinated to be the global military. And that's what you're being used for at the moment in that Phoenix effect of they are using you to burn up the old world so they can build the new out of it. Yeah, eventually, and I think you might be aware of this if you look into the documents to do with Agenda 21 and the UN and stuff like that. Eventually, your military is going to gravitate towards being a UN military force, which means the United States will no longer have its own military force. It will be a globalized force. Yeah, you are the vanguard. You are the vanguard of the force of the military-industrial complex.
Parts of America are already UN owned.
I don't think he's talking about you in particular, Mikey. I think he may...
Oh, I know.
I know.
I've seen that in Jay.
I agree with Kip. And
Listen, you can feel it. It's in the air.
I'm pro-choice. If you choose to own a weapon such as that, a tool such as that, that's up to you. I'm going to trust you that you're not the kind of idiot who's going to pop me in the face just for saying something you didn't like, yeah? So I'm pro-choice. If you want to have
if you're not around, most people, I think, if they're not around guns, are afraid to even hold a gun. You know, you put a loaded gun in your hand, and you're like, you know, you fuck up once, you could lose a face.
Yeah, I've been through
So
that.
it's a pretty daunting task.
I think this is a really
even
good
getting
example.
trained is daunting. It's scary.
I think it's a really good example, right? Because like what we're talking about here, right? And my opinion, Cookies, about like all your opinions here, and especially yours, Mikey, because you're obviously coming from America. The gun culture and stuff. I think this is a very good example of how conditioning can make very similar-minded human beings be polar opposites on a particular subject. I mean, Michael and Mikey, I do not fucking for 1 second think you're a gun-toting fucking lunatic that's going to go around shooting fucking folk, right? I don't think... Well, maybe I'm wrong, who knows? Woo! But like, I don't think that for 1 second, and I don't think anybody's here's trying to have, you're stupid for wanting to have guns and whatnot. I don't think anybody's. It's a real clash of ideas because.
Well, now I'll tell you, you go on a list once you become a gun owner.
Of us think it's still it's a hard pill to swallow to have a gun in their hands. But that's what I'm saying. I think if you were to approach it on a sensible level, it would take a long time to sort of adjust the society to a place where we could have some sort of a similar stuff that America had. I'm all for that, man.
I was talking about this the other night, I think, well, I'm not sure if it's in a public hangout, but anyway, you've had 2 generations at least that have had this indoctrination towards this technocratic globalized bullshit, yeah? 2 generations. My generation and the one just previous, what is commonly known as the baby boomer generation, yeah? They were the beginnings of it. They were the foundations of it in many different ways. Not of the whole thing, but of the roller coaster that it's becoming at the moment, yeah? You've got 2 generations worth of indoctrination that you have to deprogram out of people. It's not an easy task, and it's not, you know, an easy thing to approach. But to me, that's what you're looking at: 2 generations worth of indoctrination.
I wanted to try and inject a bit of comedy there and say, well, in Cookie's generation, all they needed was the magician's staff.
The wizard's knob has a staff on the end. The wizard's staff has a knob on the end.
the magic wand.
I'm mixing up my staff and my knob.
But, well, I don't know. I think that's been a fuck. I don't know. I enjoy that kind of debate, by the way, because it shows how similar and how the culture you grow in can make you polar opposites on one particular subject. And
for me, when it comes down to it, it is just another tool. It's a weapon. And there's weapons all around you. I've interacted with and trained with people who I knew full well that without picking up a single weapon, they could mash the crap out of me. They could kill me in seconds. So when you start to look at each other in that kind of fashion,
assassins.
Well, yes, mate. Yeah. That's when you realise that whatever the tool is that somebody picks it up, it's just the tool. It's the intention to kill or harm that's the main thing that it begins from. So if you're an
and as you
aware,
get older, you become more vulnerable. I mean, people just think they can bop you over the head because you're old.
An aware and trustworthy member of your society, you can trust to give them whatever weapon and know that they're not going to go around slaughtering people. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't matter what particular tool it is you pick up. I'm quite happy for you to have whatever tool.
But Mikey, if I ever come to the States, I'm going to come and stay with you, and you can protect me with your shotgun, man. I don't want to get shot up with some.
I got you covered, man.
Rappers and stuff.
Got you covered.
I don't want those bad Americans shooting me up and stuff, man.
Just don't cheat at poker while she's sat opposite the table.
When all else fails, empty the magazine.
She doesn't know I can count cards, Cookie.
It's a little tough on No Limit, but if you want to go heads up, you're on.
I can just see that becoming another Doc Holliday situation.
That's exactly. What is that hand that got what's his name shot? Aces and Eights, the dead man's hand.
Oh, Aces and Eights. I think it was the dead man's hand.
Aces and Eights is the dead man's hand. It's Oh,
That's the movie I've seen quite.
cowboy that got shot.
Fuck, I remember. No, that's
he's a major Western character.
I seen that in a movie quite recently. And
Is it Wild Bill Hickox? Maybe Wild Bill. Aces and Eights.
See the Aces and Eights. I seen that quite recently, and it was like a kind of.
No, who was the most famous gunslinger? Oh.
Sam Houston.
No. Oh, I can't think of it, but that's the hand he was playing when he got shot. He was holding Aces and Eights.
I seen in a movie or a TV show recently, and there was somebody that mentioned the Aces and Eights, and it actually came out to be one of the things at the end of the film that they actually fucking managed to like decipher.
Somebody's so waving goodbye.
Bye, Blazing.
Catch you later, Blazing.
Good night. Oh, I missed the other guys left as well. Good night.
Tony B's left, man. Night, Tony B. The guys, I'm going to drop out as well, man.
All right, why don't we all call it a night? It's been a good one.
Yeah. Leave it open for as long as everybody can hang 5.
I'm going to say good night as well.
Mikey, you've shot in.
I think I'm gonna go clean my guns.
I thought you were going to.
I'm going to practice my quick draw.
I thought you were going to go and shoot somebody.
Just thank everybody that's joined us in chat room. I don't know whether you've got out planned for tomorrow, Kit.
I've not thought that far ahead, mate. I've not thought as far ahead as going to my bed very shortly. But, I'll definitely re-examine that idea when I wake up tomorrow, and we'll see what's happening. So stay tuned, man.
Yeah.
Best idea.
Yeah, definitely. All right. We'll leave it at that tonight. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for hosting.
Thanks.
Thanks. It was